live from the Mumbai newsroom. Samiksha, I want to get details from you on the 4 variants that are causing the surge in China, which the government is now putting out details of. Needless to say, what is happening in China is complete mayhem. It's out of control, and they're not being able to contain it. Samiksha?
In fact, to take you through the latest what is happening in China, we're given to understand that here on China would be publishing the COVID data only once a month. This, of course, after we got the news of how China has stopped publishing the daily COVID data. Now, just to talk a little more about the background, what has been happening in China, a matter of great concern. The cases, of course, have been surging. We've been getting those dramatic visuals as well of the bodies piling up at the mortuaries, at the hospitals, the medical infra, which is, of course, in shambles, as is evident from those visuals also that we've been getting. We've also given to understand that China has kept case numbers low for 2 years with the zero COVID strategy that isolated cities and even confined millions of people to their homes. And now, as the situation that unfolds in China, we see how these people are seen running pillar to post to get the basic medical facility in these hospitals. So, of course, situation definitely alarming in China. Tunisha.
Samiksha, I also want to get more details from you on the 4 virus variants that the center's COVID panel, I beg your pardon, is now asking us to beware. What are these 4 virus variants? Are they in the lineage of Omicron? And even of the cases that have been detected positive in India, which have been sent in for genome sequencing, what are the variants that India is looking out for which caused this in China?
Well, one of the 4 variants which is, of course, sparked quite an alarm in the country is the sub-variant of Omicron, Tunisha, and that is something that the center as well as and the states are working in tandem to control the spread of that sub-variant of Omicron. And just to tell you a little more about the sub-variant of Omicron as well, which is said to be highly transmissible, highly infectious. So yes, that is one of those 4 variants which is being seen in China. In fact, not just this, remember we've been getting those reports as well of reports coming in from several of these states where some of these cases have been sent for genome sequencing. There is a suspicion that one of those, that some of these cases could be that of the sub-variant of Omicron, Tunisha. So as of now, one of those 4 variants that is a cause of worry is that sub-variant of Omicron, which has been detected in India.
All right, Samiksha, many thanks for getting us those details. But the situation really bad in China, where they're clearly trying to hide the data and saying that they will publish the data only once a month. It is a cover-up of what they had attempted in 2019, where so many bodies are piled up on the hospital floors in China, which they are not being able to take to the funeral places because the hospitals and all the funeral places are so overburdened. Meanwhile, 4 variants that the center's COVID panel is saying is what India needs to look out for. Keeping a close eye on it, we move on.
Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, M.K. Stalin, writes a letter to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi seeking immediate action so that a lot of people from Tamil Nadu can be taken for employment in the central government jobs. Employment opportunities should be widened for the Tamil-speaking people, is what his letter reads. He also mentioned that comparatively the Tamil people have more knowledge and skill set according to his letter, which he says that they are well versed in technical and academic areas as well. He also mentions in his letter that this could be a regional representation as well as Tamil people getting more jobs in Tamil Nadu in central government sector. Therefore, he has written to the Prime Minister to take immediate action so that more opportunities are opened for the Tamil speaking people. This is Vashni Ramu along with camera person Dilip from Chennai for Republic TV.
And on to international updates. Serbia has added more roadblocks in northern Kosovo and defied international demands to remove those placed earlier. The new barriers made of heavily loaded trucks were put up in Mitrovica. President Gabriel Boric visits a facility in Santiago that was destroying weapons which had been seized by the police. Authorities said that the amount of weapons which were being destroyed was 28% higher than the number last year. Officials assessed a situation of water damage at the Ohio State House after a pipe burst resulted in water flooding the Senate's chamber. Several roads in Seattle's South Park neighborhood were flooded due to heavy rainfall. Officials have warned the public to not drive around barricades blocking flooded roads. Residents in Salinas, California are dealing with significant flooding due to the Santa Rita Creek overflowing its banks. County officials have provided sandbags to nearby residents in an effort to prevent further damage. North Korea's ruling party meeting with leader Kim Jong-un continued for a second day. Kim's report at the meeting set forth new key goals for bolstering up self-reliant defense capability. Southwest Airlines cancelled thousands of flights again in the aftermath of the massive winter storm. A day after most US airlines had recovered from the storm, Southwest called off about 2,600 more flights on the East Coast. The Kurdish security forces started to implement strict security measures in Raqqa after a deadly attack on the city. The measures included imposing a full curfew and carrying out a combing operation in the surrounding neighborhoods. The co-leader of a plot to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer has been sentenced to 16 years in prison. Adam Fox's sentence is the longest of anyone convicted in the plot so far. Rescuers used kayaks to reach the pilot of an airplane that crashed into an icy creek near Maryland Airport. Rescue officers rushed to the spot and saved the pilot, who was about to sink due to ice creeks. All right, we are just cutting across to these latest pictures coming in from outside the court, where Videocon co-founder Venugopal Dhoot is now being taken. Remember, CBI custody for him has been extended until Thursday, and the same stands for the Kochars, that is Chanda Kochar and Deepak Kochar. Now, the aim of the CBI is to question all of them together with regards to certain evidences that the CBI has with itself, and to really corroborate statements coming in from all the three. This as they have been denying the charges of criminal conspiracy so far, and of any benefits that the Kochars might have received in light of the loan that was granted by ICICI Bank at that time when Chanda Kochar was leading the bank to Videocon Group. So those are the pictures coming in from outside the court of Venugopal Dhoot being taken, as the CBI will continue to question him until Thursday, and this primarily will not be isolated. This essentially will be with the Kochars. You would remember how Venugopal Dhoot was arrested on Monday, this after details that were also given by the Kochars, Chanda Kochar and Deepak Kochar. Charges of criminal conspiracy against Chanda Kochar for how she misused her official position when she was leading the ICICI Bank, and this was such that her husband Deepak Kochar and the family received benefits from the Videocon group after 64 crore rupees were invested in Deepak Kochar's firm. Aishwarya Kapoor is now with us on the phone line. Aishwarya, Venugopal Dhoot being taken. He'll be questioned along with the Kochars until Thursday. What exactly is the plan of the CBI officials and the line of questioning that will now be taken in the wake of the fact that statements from all three need to be corroborated?
All right, Suresha, so we're getting pictures of Venugopal Dhoot at the court, and remember, hearings took place just a while back. Alicia was reporting from inside the court, and the court has in fact granted all three accused custody to the CBI till Thursday. Now, remember, this is Wednesday we are talking about, which means till tomorrow. Another 24 hours the agency gets. Remember, this is the third time that the custodial interrogation request of the CBI has been accepted. The first one was 3 days, then were 2 days, and now again for a day. Essentially, the CBI argument in the court was they did not get enough time to confront both the sides with whatever information they have in the presence of each other, in the sense that confronting the two sides, the Dhoot side and the Kochar side, making them sitting in front of each other, and whatever facts have been shared by Dhoot based on which the arrest of Kochar was carried out, whether the Kochars agree, contradict, disagree with whatever information is there. So the court, in fact, questioning the CBI for what they have done over the last 5 days, and now granting one more day of custodial questioning to the CBI of the accused. This is, of course, in connection with the ICICI Bank Videocon case, in which the bank is accused of giving money, which ultimately turned into a non-performing asset, and all courts for sanction of those loans which were misappropriated. The Kochars got kickbacks in the nature of about 64 crore rupees transferred to Chanda Kochar's husband Deepak Kochar's company, New Power and New Power Renewables, and then a transfer of a flat which was worth about 5 crore rupees for just 11 lakhs to a trust run by Deepak Kochar. These are the charges. Remember, this is the case is going on for a while. Preliminary inquiry launched sometime in 2017-18. The case officially registered in 2019 and subsequently went into cold storage. But we saw how in November, based on more information, Venugopal Dhoot was questioned, and that has really led to the present flurry of activity in which the CBI has gone ahead and arrested the Kochars. Chanda Kochar, of course, was the MD of the ICICI Bank at that time, and was sitting on the committee when 6 of those loans in different tranches were released. And that's essentially the charge: misappropriation of funds, criminal breach of trust, cheating, and those can be some serious charges. Remember, this is part of the larger design or decision of the government to really go after corporate corruption as well. And hence CBI and, of course, parallelly Enforcement Directorate investigating this case. The Republic, in fact, has accessed the remand copy, and according to which the CBI has said that the accused, despite being arrested, have not cooperated much, and that's why they need to be confronted with some more documents. They are required to be interrogated thoroughly on the voluminous documents, and that's why more time was needed. And also, the accused persons are required to be further interrogated to unearth the criminal conspiracy with the other unknown public servants and unknown private persons. Now, that's the key, and that's going to be significant. Whereas the CBI believes that it does not, the buck does not really end at Chanda Kochar. There were people behind her, because remember, 3,000 crores worth of money was turned into, a substantial part of it was turned into non-performing assets, and then subsequently written off. So whether somebody else also, either a public servant or a private individual, shared in that pile of corruption, that's something for which CBI wants this confronting and custodial interrogation between Kochars and Dhoot, and that's the court granting it for one more day.
Absolutely, Abhishek, and this is exactly what the remand copy also states, that all three of them need to be questioned together. According to the CBI, also the very fact that other public servants were also involved in this scam. And what exactly were the roles played by all three is now going to be looked at in detail by the agency. We leave it at that, Abhishek. For the moment, thank you for joining us. We're slipping into a very short commercial break. Also on the other side, we'll get you details as in Assam. PAG has flagged large-scale anomalies in the NRC report. Also, Congress's motor mouth Mani Shankar Iyer has targeted RSS, saying Sangh Parivar divided India into tukde on the basis of religion.
This is your space.
Play it your way.
With the versatile range of sanitary ware, faucets and tiles by Sarah.
एक दिन मैं सोते सोते गिर गया और मुझे कुछ नहीं हुआ। पता है किसने किया? घोस्ट ने। वो हर बार मुझे बचा लेता है। मिलोगे?
अरे कोई घोस्ट नहीं, रोनी के पापा ही हैं जो उसे सेफ रखते हैं। जैसे हैवेल्स लाइफ शील्ड वायर्स जो दिखते नहीं और घर को सेफ रखते हैं। ना आग पकड़े, ना जहरीली गैस छोड़े। वायर्स दैट डोंट कैच फायर।
क्या हुआ रोहन? क्या सोच रहा है?
रिया, पहली सैलरी मिली है, तुम भी कुछ आइडिया दो। एक्सपेंसेस को कैसे प्लान किया जाए?
रोहन, एक्सपेंसेस के साथ साथ इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान करना भी जरूरी है।
देखो, सैलरी का कुछ हिस्सा घर के रेगुलर खर्चे के लिए और कुछ मैं अपने लिए भी तो सोच सकता हूँ ना, लेकिन इन्वेस्ट कहाँ करूँ?
सिंपल है, एनपीएस में।
एनपीएस में? रिया, अभी तो मैंने कमाना शुरू किया है, इतना आगे के लिए अभी से क्यों पैसे जोड़ूं?
वो देखो, एक एक करके ईंट जोड़ी जाती है, तब जाके एक घर तैयार होता है। वैसे ही अभी से पैसे जोड़कर हम भी अपना रिटायरमेंट सुखी बना सकते हैं।
बात में तो दम है।
एनपीएस कम लागत वाली फ्लेक्सिबल लॉन्ग टर्म योजना है, जिससे आपकी बचत ग्रो होकर पेंशन का लाभ देती है।
अच्छा, फिर तो मैं अभी अपना एनपीएस अकाउंट ओपन करता हूँ।
जो कल की सोचते हैं वो आज से ही थोड़ा थोड़ा जोड़ते हैं।
पेंशन है तो टेंशन नहीं। एनपीएस में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है।
ये वो ट्रक है जिसमें आतंकी बैठे हुए थे, आतंकी शामिल थे और यहीं से आतंकियों ने कोशिश की घुसपैठ करने की। लगातार आप यहाँ से विजुअल्स दिखा रहे हैं, यही वो ट्रक है। मैं सरजीवन से कहूँगा कि सरजीवन अगर इस तरफ से दिखा पाएँ, यहाँ से अगर सरजीवन आपको दिखा पाएँ तो यहाँ से क्लियर विजुअल्स जो हैं वो यहाँ पे मिल जाएंगे। मैं सरजीवन से कहूँगा कि इस तरफ से आके अगर विजुअल्स यहाँ पे सरजीवन आपको ये देखिए, ये यहाँ से सामने विजुअल्स जो हैं वो सरजीवन आपको दिखा रहे हैं। ये वो ट्रक है जिसको कि आग के हवाले जो है वो यहाँ से हो गया है। इसी ट्रक में आतंकी बैठे थे। जो घास है, सूखी घास, वो इस ट्रक में लोडेड थी और यहीं पर वो स्पॉट है जहाँ आतंकियों और सुरक्षा बलों के बीच एनकाउंटर हुआ, जिसके बाद आतंकियों को 3 आतंकियों की संख्या, नंबर बढ़ भी सकता है, वो मार गिराए गए हैं और ऑपरेशन लगातार यहाँ पे जारी है। देखिए, फायर एंड इमरजेंसी सर्विस की गाड़ी जो है वो यहाँ पर इस वक्त पहुँच गई है और कोशिश ये की जा रही है कि जब एक बार जी देखिए, लगातार सरजीवन आपको यहाँ से विजुअल्स दिखा रहे हैं। ये वही ट्रक है जिस पे आतंकी सवार थे और लगातार आतंकी जो हैं इसी ट्रक का सहारा लेकर आगे की तरफ जाने की कोशिश कर रहे थे। सुबह तकरीबन 7, सवा 7 बजे जो है आतंकियों के साथ मुठभेड़ हुई, जिसमें 3 आतंकियों की संख्या बताई जा रही है। संख्या ज़्यादा भी हो सकती है, ये कहा जा रहा है। तमाम आला अधिकारी आप देखिए इस वक्त मौके पर मौजूद हैं। वरिष्ठ अधिकारी, चाहे वो जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस के हों, भारतीय सेना के हों, वो इस वक्त यहाँ पर इस ऑपरेशंस में पूरी अब क्लियरेंस की जा रही है। कितने आतंकी थे, आखिरकार क्या किया गया आतंकियों द्वारा, ये बात जो है वो अब सुरक्षा बल यहाँ पर जानने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं कि आखिरकार आतंक के इस बड़े प्लान को किस तरह से सुरक्षा बलों ने विफल किया है।
Stepping into a short break, on the other side, getting you details as the court has extended CBI custody for former ICICI MD Chanda Kochar and her husband, also Videocon co-founder Venugopal Dhoot, until tomorrow.
Tonight, a murder will be committed. If anyone can name the killer, that person wins our game.
This is truly delightful.
Holy
There has been a murder. For one person, this is not a game. The killer wouldn't hesitate to kill again.
You must be really great at clues.
I'm very bad at dumb things.
Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery.
सामने फ्यूल पंप है, वहां से ले लें।
जी सर फ्यूल तो पिछले पंप में भी मिल जाता, इंडियन ऑयल में ऐसा क्या है?
कुछ है स्पेशल, खुद ही देख लेना।
स्पेशल?
अरे इंडियन ऑयल की तो बात ही कुछ और है।
जरा देखिए, फ्यूल तो बराबर डाल रहे हैं ना।
अरे यहाँ कंप्लीट ऑटोमेशन है, मतलब प्योर और पूरा दोनों ही। इन सेंट्रली मॉनिटर्ड मशीन्स की एक एक रीडिंग का हिसाब है यहाँ पर। क्या हुआ?
सर बिल।
हाँ बिल हो गया।
वाह सर।
याद है ना, इंडियन ऑयल की बात ही कुछ और है। इंडियन ऑयल, पहले इंडियन फिर ऑयल।
पढ़ता है, खेलता है, झूलता उछलता है, दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कराता है, आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया, अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया।
Thank you for staying with the public, and we are cutting across to breaking news coming in. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy met with Prime Minister Modi in the national capital. We are trying to get details of what exactly was discussed between the two leaders, but clearly a very cordial meet between the two leaders. Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy met with Prime Minister Modi in the national capital. And those are the first pictures that are coming in on Republic of the meeting between the Andhra Chief Minister and Prime Minister Narendra Modi that took place in the national capital. We are trying to gather more details of what exactly was discussed in this meet. Executive Editor Politics Aishwarya Kapoor will join us shortly, but for the moment we have to slip into a short commercial break. A quick check of the big stories we are tracking. While speaking to Republic, Tunisha's uncle made a big claim. He said that Tunisha had actually read the chats of Shizan with another girl is what led to the breakup. Also in Assam, CAG flagged large-scale anomalies in the NRC report.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 10th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students.
Your favorite service provider, 10, which gets you the best of entertainment, is back with something very special.
अभी मजा आएगा ना भिड़ो।
Your 3 favorite movie channels are bringing in super blockbuster films with features like wider picture, and crystal clear sound straight to your home.
Wow. Oh, I love that expression.
To subscribe to your favorite channels, contact your local cable TV operator today or call DEN toll-free number 1-800-419-2020 now.
India welcomes those who further India's pride across the globe. Indian diaspora, partners of New India's growth journey in Amrit Kaal. Come and be a part of the 17th Pravasi Bharati Divas from 8th to 10th January 2023 at Indore, Madhya Pradesh, India. For registration, log on to pbdindia.gov.in.
सोच रहा हूँ कमेंट्री ट्राई करूँ। मैच का आखिरी बॉल, तेज तूफानी डिलीवरी, एक धमाकेदार शॉट और ये गया छक्का।
छक्का नहीं, टूटा। आपके टाइल्स को चाहिए MYK लेटिक्रीट टाइल एडेसिव। फॉर्मूला ऐसा कि अब टाइल न टूटेगा न छूटेगा।
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching Live and Breaking on Republic TV with me, Ankit Prasad. It's mid-afternoon this Wednesday. We're tracking a number of stories, namely the Tunisha Sharma death case mystery, the fact that Jagan Mohan Reddy, the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, is meeting Prime Minister in the national capital, the arrest of the coachers and Venugopal Dhoot in the Videocon ICICI loan fraud case has taken a fresh turn. They've been remanded. We'll get you all that and more on this bulletin. Let's start off with the headlines. Court extends the CBI custody of former ICICI MD Chanda Kochar, her husband Deepak Kochar, and Videocon co-founder Venugopal Dhoot till Thursday. Speaking to Republic, Tunisha Sharma's uncle makes a big claim, says Tunisha read chats of Shizan that led to the breakup. Education Minister announces that the corrected version of Indian history will be taught from January the 26th. Fresh protests in disputed areas as the Maharashtra-Karnataka border issue escalates. In Assam, the Comptroller and Auditor General CAG flags large-scale anomalies in the NRC report. Over 19 lakh applicants excluded, it says. Congress's motor mouth, Manishankar Iyer, targets the RSS, says that the Sangh Parivar is dividing India into tukde-tukde. Viewers, we start this bulletin with continued coverage of the Tunisha Sharma murder mystery. In the latest that we're picking up, members of Tunisha's family are now at the police station at Valiv outside Mumbai. This comes even as we are receiving new inputs about what Shizan is saying to the police when they are speaking to him. There are a number of angles that have come to light in just the last 24 hours regarding him giving multiple statements that indicate the reason why Tunisha and Shizan had broken up. One of the things that we're hearing is that Shizan says that he broke up with Tunisha because there were a reason relating to his career. Right now, the family of Tunisha is at the police station. We've also heard that the police is currently digging into over 300 pages worth of WhatsApp chats between Tunisha and Shizan. They're trying to find out what was the precise nature of their breakup. From what we are told, from what we gleaned after speaking to Tunisha Sharma's uncle just a short while ago, he said that Tunisha had accessed and read WhatsApp chats that involved Shizan speaking to another person whom he was dating, quote-unquote, a secret girlfriend is what is being alleged. So there are really a number of different layers to the Tunisha-Shizan relationship that are now being looked into by the police. This is after she had been found dead on the set of her show. We have now a bite of a relative of Tunisha. Let's listen in to what they're saying.
बार मैं कोर्ट जाना चाहते हैं, उसके बाद ही देखते कोर्ट क्या बोलती है और इन्वेस्टिगेशन में क्या निकल के आ रहा है, तो थोड़ा सा टाइम दीजिए।
पुलिस अपना जिस तरह से अब तक कार्रवाई कर रही है कि आपको लगा पुलिस सही तरीके से कार्रवाई करी अब तक जो कार्रवाई की उन्होंने?
देखिए आज पता चल जाएगा कि वो लोग क्या अभी इन्वेस्टिगेशन उन्होंने अब तक क्या की है, वो आज पता चल जाएगा, उसी से पता चलेगा।
जिस तरह से हमने देखा आरोपी ने लगभग 3 बार अपना 3 बार बयान बदला है। आज फिर एक बार वो कह रहा है कि उसने अपने कैरियर को देखते हुए ब्रेकअप किया, तो क्या कहीं ना कहीं आरोपी बार बार अपने बयान बदल?
कैरियर को ही देखना था तो फिर पहले उसको नहीं दिख रहा था क्या, जब उसने उसके साथ रिलेशनशिप बनाया तभी उसको पता होना चाहिए ना, करियर तो तभी भी था। वो बार बार चीज़ें चेंज कर रहा है, कोर्ट में जो होता है देखिए वो देखेंगे।
लग जिहाद नजर आ रहा है आपको? लग जिहाद एंगल से पुलिस जांच करनी चाहिए?
के बाद ही कुछ कहूँ, पुलिस को हर एंगल से करनी चाहिए, लेकिन जो भी है कोर्ट के बाद ही हम लोग कुछ करते हैं।
So we just heard Pawan, who is a relative of Tunisha Sharma, and he clearly is disputing this claim by Shizan that he broke up with Tunisha for the sake of his career. Now to tell us more about what Shizan is telling the police and what the police have found out, we are joined by Alisha. Alisha, was it his career? Was it the fact that Tunisha found some chats of his? Are the police looking into these chats? What is currently the state of the probe? What are they investigating in the Tunisha death case?
Well, Ankit, we know that the police has been looking after each and every aspect of the case, and not only this, but the phone that has already been sent to the forensic lab, and it has also been said that there are some of the messages that have been deleted by Shizan, which now the police has been trying to retrieve it. But most importantly, all eyes on the hearing where Shizan will be produced before the court in Vasai, where the police is going to ask to extend the custody of Jishan to the police custody, because there are some of the evidence that has been come across and the statement that he's been gathering until now. We know that more than 20 people's statement has already been recorded. Moreover, the police has also revealed that Shizan has been constantly changing his statement. So which is why the police is going to ask for the further custody, the extension of custody of Shizan to the police. But also we are seeing that Tanisha's maternal uncle, who is already been present in the court, so he's going to look after what exactly the proceeding that has been going to happen, and that is going to be commenced in the court, because here is the family of Tunisha who has been constantly asking for the justice, specifically a very young age girl who was going ahead in her career, and she was also very much focused. But what has really distracted is the breakup that happened 15 days back ahead of before she committed suicide. And it is something, a matter of investigation, because we even know that police has been looking into the 15 minutes, the conversation that Tunisha and Shizan they had together. But now where the Shizan is already in the police custody, moreover is also being going to interrogated, and here will be the police official who is going to ask for a further custody.
Absolutely. Alisha, stay with us. So they're going to ask for further custody of Shizan. We also have Suesha joining us. And Suesha, just a short while ago, you had spoken to Tunisha's uncle. And Tunisha's uncle had made some startling revelations to you, including some chats of Shizan that Tunisha may have seen. Can you tell us what he told you about the state of their relationship?
So basically, Ankit, what he had said was that Tunisha had read some chats on Shizan's phone with another girl, and that really put her in a state of depression, because the family has been stating time and again that Shizan was dating other girls while he was in a relationship with Tunisha. The mother has also been claiming that he was never serious about Tunisha. He tortured her in the relationship, he misguided her, and he was older than her. He should have had better sense. But another thing that he said was that Tunisha's mother had spoken with Shizan also, that if you're not serious about the relationship, why did you bring Tunisha to this point? Why did you take her so far? Why have you been misguiding her all the way long, that you are serious about her, whereas actually you're not? So this was the bone of contention between Shizan and Tunisha, which was apparently another girl, allegedly a secret girl, who is also being probed by the Mumbai police, because while they had questioned Shizan, they are also looking into all the WhatsApp details, WhatsApp chats between Shizan and Tunisha, which Shizan has allegedly deleted. In this connection, the police will also write to WhatsApp to retrieve those chats, but Tunisha's phone was also locked. Because of that, they have to unlock her phone to retrieve all those chats, which amount to close to 250 to 300 pages, which the police will now look into to see the pattern of what was happening between them, of what was being discussed between them, of what was the point of difference, because Tunisha was very serious in the relationship is what the family is claiming, but he wasn't, so much so that the uncle had claimed that Tunisha's mother had spoken to Shizan, which I already mentioned. Also, whatever were the family occasions in Shizan's house, Tunisha was invited for every one of it. So when I also asked him that did Tunisha's family or anyone of you speak to Shizan's family because they were present for the last rites of Tunisha yesterday, they said no, we are absolutely not talking to them, and this is a lie if the family claims that they did not know about the relationship or they were not close to Tunisha, because they used to invite her for any birthdays, any functions, any occasions. She was called for all of that. So all these details that the extended family is also now putting out to the police, which they say that whenever the police is calling them, questioning them, statements of up to 18 people have been recorded until now who are friends and family of Tunisha. Shizan's family statement also has to be recorded, and Shizan of course has been changing statements. So earlier he was stating that it was the difference in religions between the two that led him to the breakup, but now he's saying that it was his career that he wanted to focus on, which is why he broke up with her.
You know, on that same thought, from what you've been telling us about how the families seem to know each other, we also saw yesterday at the last rites of Tunisha, the mother of Shizan also showing up. Now, from what the uncle has told us, Tunisha's mother had spoken to Shizan. So, is there an element here of the families also being fully in the know of this relationship, and does that also complicate where this is going? What was the exact nature of this breakup? What are the various things the family members have been saying?
In fact, this was the very point, Ankit, that our colleague Sandeep also questioned Tunisha's uncle on, because he said that Shizan has been claiming that both the families were aware of the relationship, and Tunisha's family was not in favor of it. So was Shizan's family, and that was the very reason for the breakup. To which the uncle was quick to retort and say that that is not true, because Shizan's family knew about the relationship. They were very welcoming of Tunisha. They would call Tunisha to all their family functions. She was a regular visitor at Shizan's house. So the family has been claiming that they were very supportive of this relationship. This claim of Shizan coming in that both families were not supportive and both families were objecting to the relationship is not true. In fact, that is the very problem that Tunisha's family has, that why was he misleading her all the way through if he wasn't serious about this relationship, if he didn't mean to fulfill his commitment, then he should not have misled her all the way through, so much so that she had an anxiety attack, which the family is claiming on the 16th. And Shizan's mother had told Shizan and her family, and his family, I beg your pardon, about it. To be precise, Shizan's mother, that she has had a family attack. The doctor and those who were looking at Tunisha had informed the family that she was in a very bad shape. She was not in the right state of mind, and everyone was aware of it. Then why is it that the situation was not taken seriously until it led to Tunisha taking such a drastic step?
Right. Right, absolutely. So clearly, there are a number of different statements that Shizan has made. The families are also talking. I thank Suesha and Alisha for sharing these details. We are tracking this closely. It's an ongoing story with a court hearing to come, viewers. Now, meanwhile, there is a big report that has been tabled by the Comptroller and Auditor General of India with regards to the NRC exercise that has been undertaken in Assam. Now, this is a decades-long exercise. They wanted to find out who are the real citizens of the country and who are those that have come in from foreign countries and settled in Assam. And according to the CAG, large-scale anomalies have been found in the process that led to the tabling of an NRC report in the year 2019. And we've been told, of course, that we know that in that report, 1.9 million of 33 million applicants in the NRC had been left out because of claims over their suspicion statements. We also have a statement with, we have accessed, or a conversation we have had with the former state coordinator of the NRC, Hitesh Dev Sarma. This is in the context of the CAG report uncovering issues with regards to the software that was implemented and the cost overrun of this project. It apparently ballooned well outside what its cost was supposed to be. Let's listen in now to this conversation with the NRC coordinator at that time and try and find out whether or not there was a quote-unquote NRC scam that had taken place. Listen to this.
I worked as a state coordinator from December to 2019 to July 2022 when I retired. So, as in charge of the NRC, I knew what were the irregularities happened, this financial irregularity, as well as the technical irregularity, which led to inclusion of lakhs of foreigners in the NRC. So, within 2 months of my joining, actually I got to know everything, and I reported it to the government, Government of Assam, as well as the RGI. But somehow the government did not act on that. Ultimately, I had to file 2 affairs with the police, one with the CID, that was on technical ground, how the names of foreigners were entered into the NRC, and the second one with the Anti-Corruption and Vigilance Department, where I mentioned all the irregularities, financial irregularities, and requested the police to take action accordingly. But unfortunately, both the registers, both the affairs are yet to be registered by the government.
What do you think? Why the FIRs have not yet been registered?
I cannot say on that because it's totally a government matter. Maybe some technical issues are there. And also, as the accused, Mr. Pratik Hazala, the then state coordinator, as he is an IS officer, so there are some formalities that government should allow the police to initiate any inquiry. After that, only the police can act.
So, a very interesting statement there. You heard the former NRC coordinator, Hitesh Dev Sarma, who says that 2 months after he joined, he had flagged these irregularities, and now these irregularities are being also called out in the Comptroller and Auditor General report. Was there an NRC scam? Was there a cost overrun? Was there some kind of lapse in the software programming for this NRC? Let's listen in now to what a BJP voice had to say. This is Shiladitya Deb that we are listening to. Let's go ahead.
Comptroller and Auditor General of India, the CAG's report, the recent report on the NRC, has clearly mentioned that about 250 crore rupees has been siphoned off during the process of NRC updation in Assam. And in fact, for the last many years, while the NRC updation was going on, I have repeatedly mentioned that a lot of corrupt practices are taking place. There are a lot of anomalies taking place while the updation process is going on, because what we have noticed is that the people who were involved in the process were basically very low paid, because we know that the computer operators were supposed to be paid about 14,000 rupees as salary per month. They were working for mere 6,000 rupees. So why were they not paid properly? And therefore, who were the boys who were working? They were all the Bangladeshi Muslims. The Bangladeshi Muslim boys were doing the NRC process. And the agenda was very simple. they wanted to convert 80 lakhs Bangladeshi Muslims into Indian citizens, and they have succeeded in doing it. But this isn't it treachery? Isn't it a treason towards the country? The man behind the entire work was none other than an IS officer, Mr. Pratik Hajela. At the instance of the previous Congress government, he did this treachery and treason towards the country. And I believe today government should take a hard stand. He should be imprisoned. There should be an inquiry by the CBI, the ED and the NIA, and he should be imprisoned on because of his treachery and treason towards the country.
BJP voice Shiladitya Deb, and he is making very strong allegations. He is going so far as to call it treachery and treason. He says that Bangladeshi migrants were the ones who were operating the computers for the inputs of the NRC. Now, to understand exactly what went on, Anirudh is joining us. Anirudh, decades-long exercise, very controversial report, and now an even bigger controversy with this CAG report. What are these anomalies that are being spoken about? Tell us that first.
Yes, Ankit, if you look at the NRC, the objective of error-free NRC was never met. It was when the NRC, the draft, the final draft, the complete draft, you can say, was published. At that point in time, many eyebrows were raised because only approximately 19 lakh people out of 3.3 crore applicants were rejected, and people suspected that many suspected illegal immigrants actually made it into the NRC. So this NRC, many people across the state of Assam, including political parties, flagged the issue that this is not an error-free NRC, and that many people who are of suspected origin have already made it into this list. And now, after the CAG report, it is almost evident. However, let me take you back to the month of December 2019, when Hitesh Dev Sharma took over from Pratik Hajela as the NRC state coordinator. At that point in time, Hitesh Dev Sharma, soon after joining, raised the issue of data tracery as far as the NRC is concerned. He also raised that because of third-party involvement, without the knowledge or without the approval of the Supreme Court, who was monitoring the entire process, many suspected individuals have made it to the final NRC or the complete NRC. The final NRC is yet to be published, so we can complete the complete draft, in fact. And he also raised the issue that financial irregularities of many crore have taken place. He had lodged 2 complaints, one with anti-corruption and vigilance and one with the CID. Both of them have not yet been registered for suspected reason, which he have openly said on record to Republic exclusively. In fact, is speaking to Republic Media Network, and this is for the first time that Hitesh Dev Sharma has spoken out on television. He otherwise have not yet given any interviews except that for one with Republic, which he has spoke to us at length on the various aspects of the NRC scam. In the recent CAG report, which was tabled in the House of the Assam Legislative Assembly, there are many sensational facts, many figures which have been raised, Ankit, which needs a thorough investigation, and the CIC have also asked that responsibility should be fixed if the then NRC state coordinator Pratik Hajela is responsible for this financial irregularities which has taken place, Ankit.
Right. I mean, so clearly a contentious and touchy issue to begin with. And then on top of that, on top of this controversy, deep anomalies being flagged by the CAG, allegedly also being flagged to the state police, but no action being taken there. There are many layers to this, viewers. I thank Anirudh for sharing details on this. We are tracking this closely, a big controversy over the NRC. And now, viewers, let's listen in to what some of the top stories in the country are today. Let's start off with the former ICI CEO, Chanda Kochar, Deepak Kochar, her husband, and Videocon co-founder Venugopal Dood were produced in the court. The CBI sought extension of custody for all three, and it was granted extension of custody till Thursday. In the Tunisha Sharma death case, the Valif police has recorded Zishan's interrogation on camera and is now set to seek 4 days of custody for further interrogation in a hearing that is set to take place in a few hours. The Valif police is investigating chats between Tunisha and Shizan. The chats run into 250 to 300 pages, and the police is looking for the reason for the breakup between the two. The WhatsApp chats with a purported secret girlfriend of Shizan has been deleted. The police will write a letter to WhatsApp to retrieve this chat as well. Now, the accused Shizan Khan seems to be changing his statements during the police interrogation. He said that his career was the reason for the breakup. Earlier, he had said that religion and age difference was the main reason. Now, after equating Rahul Gandhi to Lord Ram earlier, Congress leader Salman Khurshid is now trying to justify his statement, saying what he meant was that Rahul Gandhi is walking on the path of Lord Ram.
नहीं, राम राहुल गांधी नहीं है, राम राहुल गांधी नहीं है, राहुल गांधी राम नहीं है, लेकिन राहुल गांधी राम के दिखाए रास्ते पे चल सकते हैं और हम राम के दिखाए रास्ते पे चल सकते हैं। वो ये कह रहे हैं कि आपको चलने का अधिकार नहीं है, सिर्फ हम ही चलेंगे, और वो अगर राम के रास्ते पे चलते तो हमें कोई आपत्ति ना होती। वो भगवान राम के रास्ते पे नहीं चल रहे हैं, रावण के रास्ते पे चल रहे हैं, इसलिए हमें आपत्ति है।
A Republic confronted Congress leader Salman Khurshid, who had equated Rahul Gandhi with Lord Ram. He walked away from the Republic cameras, unwilling to answer.
खुर्शी साहब, नई कंट्रोवर्सी है भगवान राम से कंपेयर करने के लिए। खुर्शी साहब, जवाब तो देखिए, ये जनता जवाब मांगते हैं। खुर्शी साहब,
मैं आपसे जवाब मांगता हूँ सर, आप पढ़ के नहीं आते।
आप भगवान राम से
आप सुन लीजिए, आप सुन लीजिए, उनके पदचिन्हों पे ना चलें। आप बोल दो कि भगवान
आपने पहले कहा, फिर उसके बाद आप डिनाइल दे रहे हैं।
नहीं, डिनाइल भैया, मैं डिनाइल नहीं दे रहा हूँ। मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि आप झूठ बोलते हैं सर। आप झूठ बोलते हैं, इतने लोगों के सामने कह रहा हूँ।
आपने जो बोला, मैं तो सिर्फ उस पर
साइलेंस, थैंक यू, मैंने कुछ नहीं बोला।
मैं सिर्फ आपसे
नहीं।
Congress leader Mani Shankar Iyer is back. He has made another contentious statement saying that it is the Sangh Parivar that is responsible for tukde in the country, whereas it's the Congress that's trying to patch the country together.
नहीं, टी शर्ट की बात ही नहीं, वो तो जूतों की बात भी कहते हैं और दाढ़ी की बात भी कहते हैं। उनके पास और कुछ नहीं है क्या कहने का। कि फिलहाल तो हम भारत जोड़ो यात्रा में लगे हुए हैं। ये यात्रा ख़त्म होने के बाद, श्रीनगर पहुंचने के बाद, तब राजनीति का सवाल शुरू होगा और आप देखेंगे कि 2023 के दौरान राजनीतिक गर्मी बढ़ती जाएगी।
Day after JP Nadda said that Rahul Gandhi's great-grandfather was instrumental in bringing Article 370, giving special provisions to Jammu and Kashmir, the Congress has countered. Now it blames Sardar Patel and Syama Prasad Mukherjee for Article 370. And viewers, we have a number of stories coming up in the Videocon ICICI loan fraud case. The coachers and Venugopal Dhoot's custody has been extended till Thursday. More details on that coming up. And there are fresh protests in the disputed areas of Maharashtra and Karnataka as the border dispute and the resolution versus resolution battle between the governments escalates. More details coming up in just a few seconds. Stay with us.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 10th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You expected the puzzle.
but for one person, this is not a game.
Explain it to us, detective.
Everyone,
is in danger.
All right, when's the murder mystery start?
You know it's only a drill, and yet you train like it is the real thing. Because one day, at a second's notice, it will be. One day, you'll come together as an invincible team. And every second you save will be a life saved. The Indian Air Force is looking for an exceptional team. A team that is truly a cut above.
Join the Indian Air Force to be a cut above.
The encounter has finished and now the cleansing operation is on. The security forces are trying to ensure that this operation is concluded at an earliest. We are getting to know the number possibly could go up as well. The final searches are on by the security forces so as to ensure that everything goes well and smooth.
Good afternoon and thank you for tuning in. You're watching the news at 2:30. I'm Tunisha Sharma. We get you details in the Tunisha death case. Also, custody for the coachers and Venugopal Dhoot has been extended until tomorrow. What really is now going to be the next step for the CBI? That and much more in this edition. First, a quick check of the headlines we're tracking. Court extends CBI custody of former coachers and Videocon co-founder Dhoot till Thursday. Speaking to Republic, Tunisha's uncle makes big claims. He says that Tunisha had read chats on Shizan's phone with another girl that led to the breakup. Education Minister announces corrected version of Indian history to be taught from the 26th of January. Fresh protests in disputed areas as Maharashtra-Karnataka border issue escalates. In Assam, CAG flags large-scale anomalies in NRC report. Over 19 lakh applicants excluded. Congress's motor mouth Manishankar Iyer targets the RSS, says Sangh Parivar is the real Tukre Tukre gang. And we cut across to breaking news coming in. Loaded RPG is lying at an isolated area in Tarn Taran, and the area was earlier cordoned by the police. The Punjab police has now recovered a loaded RPG and arrested 3 in this case. Busted sub-module that was reportedly handled by Philippines-based Yavinder Singh on the instructions of Canada-based terrorist Landa. As we stay with these pictures, I want to cut across to my colleague Amandeep, who's joining us live with more details on the same. Amandeep, what more do we know?
Well, Swesha, latest on this is that bomb detect and defusal teams have reached at the spot, and in fact they are trying to defuse this loaded RPG. Just because this RPG was recovered yesterday by the Tarn Taran police after Saryali police station attack, the interrogation of the certain accused revealed that there are other RPGs. They are still lying in the Indian territory that was smuggled from the Pakistan, and in fact planning to another terror attack in Punjab. And in fact on the line of interrogation, the police have searched out the area in the Kidia village in Tarn Taran and recovered this loaded RPGs that is all set to be used for the attack in Tarn Taran itself as well. And in fact that loaded RPG remained in the Kidia village, and the entire area was cordoned by the local police. And in fact today they are just going to defuse that RPG, just because this is a Swesha single time use. The RPG launcher is always remain for the single time use, and in fact this was was completely loaded with the grenade also, and now the teams are into the exercise to defuse this, just because certain on-ground workers were getting the directions from the Pakistan as well as from the Landa group, who is presently sitting in Canada, and they are executing the plans of the terror attack in Punjab. Earlier Sariali terror attack, and now they are planning something big than the Sariali police station terror attack. And in fact, this RPG was received from the Pakistan, that was smuggled through the drone, and even the on-ground workers has also been arrested by the Tarn Taran police. And on the interrogation of those on-ground workers, this police have recovered the loaded RPG, and in fact now the process is on to defuse this RPG, just because bomb detective and defusal squad is on the spot along with the Punjab police. And even the visuals are very much telling that the complete isolated area that was completely cordoned off, and over the night police was deployed in the area so that no civilian person should enter into that area that can cause the life harm itself. And in fact the further police is also investigating regarding the network of these terrorists who are actually executing the terror attacks in Punjab itself, and even they are trying to break the chain, and they are also trying to verify their conspirators and the handlers who are sitting in the different countries including Pakistan and Canada as well. So far this RPG was being smuggled from the Pakistan on the directions of Lakhbir Landa. Yadvinder Singh, who is presently sitting in Philippines, he was the one who has actually arranged this entire RPG and the on-ground workers network to carry out the terror attack in Punjab. And in fact this arms and ammunitions were being smuggled from the Pakistan to the border districts of Punjab, and further it always used for the terror attacks in Punjab. So this is how the network is working on. And even the Punjab police is further investigating the case, that who all are the people into this entire network getting the directions from the Pakistan and even the Canada-based Lakhbir Singh Landa, and what is the purpose of carrying the terror attacks in Punjab, either for the sake of money or for the sake of drugs. Yes, Swesha.
Absolutely. Amandeep getting us details of the RPG that is being diffused, I beg your pardon, and those are the pictures on Republic as we track every development very closely. Amandeep, thank you for joining us. And we are now getting you pictures of Shizan, who is being taken to court. The cops in all likelihood are to push for his custody and ask for an extension of another 4 days. The police wants to question Shizan, as remember there have been varying statements during the interrogation. A 7-hour interrogation that was also recorded on camera by the Wali police. And we have a sequence now of Shizan being taken to the court. Take a look.
जाएगा अब शुजान मोहम्मद खान को अब लेकर जाया जाएगा। एक्सक्लूसिव तस्वीरें आपको रिपब्लिक भारत पर दिखाने जा रहे हैं। बस कुछ ही मिनट, देखिए कुछ ही मिनट और आप वो एक्सक्लूसिव तस्वीर देखेंगे जब शुजान मोहम्मद खान को वसई कोर्ट लेकर जाया जाएगा। पूरे देश की नजर इस निगाह पर है और देखिए तस्वीरें, सुपर एक्सक्लूसिव तस्वीरें हम आपको दिखा रहे हैं। कुछ ही मिनटों में शुजान को बाहर ये देखिए शुजान को लेकर जाया जा रहा है। तस्वीरें आपके सामने, सुपर एक्सक्लूसिव तस्वीरें आपको दिखा रहे हैं। शुजान को लेकर जाया जा रहा है। वसई कोर्ट में शुजान की पेशी होगी और यही एक बड़ी वजह है, शुजान को लेकर जाया जा रहा है। ये देखिए पुलिस की गाड़ी में शुजान बैठ चुका है और शुजान को लेकर जाया जा रहा है। तस्वीरें आप देख रहे हैं, सुपर एक्सक्लूसिव तस्वीरें हम आपको दिखा रहे हैं इस वक्त। ये सुपर एक्सक्लूसिव तस्वीरें आपके सामने सिर्फ और सिर्फ रिपब्लिक भारत पर जो तस्वीर इस वक्त आप देख रहे हैं। देखिए वही गाड़ी है जिसमें शुजान मोहम्मद खान है और शुजान को लेकर जाया जा रहा है। तस्वीरें आपके सामने, सुपर एक्सक्लूसिव तस्वीरें हम आपको दिखा रहे हैं। जाएगा अब
Sandeep is joining us live on the broadcast. Sandeep, we played out those first pictures of Shizan being taken to the Vasai court, where the police is going to try and seek a further custody of 4 days. Because the important point here, Sandeep, is the varying statements coming in from Shizan. First saying that he wanted to break up with Tunisha on the pretext of religion. Then he's now saying that he wanted to concentrate on his career, so he wanted to break up with Tunisha. Also, earlier he was not showing any remorse towards the fact that Tunisha had gone, and then he broke down in front of a female cop saying that he wanted to attend her last ride. So, changing stance of Shizan all through. A 7-hour interrogation that was also recorded on camera by the police, which is why they wanted to seek an extension.
Sri Suesha, yes, at this point of time, as far as the investigation is concerned, remember.
Sandeep, I'm really sorry, I'm not being able to hear you. We'll try and fix that audio line to get details from you on what happens next and what's expected, because Shizan has been taken to the Vasai court. Those first pictures here on Republic, where our sister channel Republic Bharat captured how Shizan was being taken by the cops. He will now be produced in Vasai court and custody of 4 days. All right, so that's the latest coming in the Tunisha death case, where, remember, Tunisha's mother is also to record her statement with the cops, and so is Shizan's mother. Tunisha's uncle had earlier spoken to Republic, where he said that Tunisha had actually seen a WhatsApp chat on Shizan's phone with another girl. That is exactly what spoilt it all for Tunisha. And Tunisha's mother had also spoken with Shizan, saying why he had to mislead Tunisha all the way through if he wasn't serious about her. So those are details that the family was certainly flagging with Shizan and his family as well. I believe Sandeep is back with us. Sandeep, really important to now understand what lies ahead for Shizan, because the police will essentially push for an extension in custody for another 4 days, where they want to question him, varying statements that have been coming from him. What more?
So yes, definitely police will have to investigate this matter, and as mentioned that, you know, Tunisha's chats have been, in fact, Shizan's and Tunisha's chats have been accessed by police, and around 250 to 300 pages of WhatsApp chats. That is the recovery from the police has been done. And if you go with the statement given by Tunisha's mother, as we have accessed those statements, it mentions that on 16th of December she got an anxiety attack. She was in fact admitted in a hospital in Kandivali, and the doctor in fact suggested that she needs treatment, and she is into deep mental trauma. Apart from that, on 23rd of December, Vanita Sharma, the mother of Tunisha, went on to the sets of Alibaba and tried convincing Shizan Khan at the same point of time, wherein Shizan mentioned that he is not at all interested in a relationship with Tunisha Sharma. So these are several things that needs to be investigated. Apart from that, police has also got the link of the secret girlfriend that Shizan Khan was in fact dating, and the WhatsApp chats was in fact deleted by Shizan Khan. For the same reason, now the Walip police has in fact written to WhatsApp, and they have written a letter to WhatsApp, and they want to extract all the WhatsApp chats between that secret girlfriend and Shizan Khan. So a lot of things to happen, and in fact the WhatsApp chats that was deleted, Suesha, whether these WhatsApp chats were deleted before Tunisha committed suicide or it was after she committed suicide. So these are the several points that needs to be answered, and in fact for the same reason now police have got several crucial evidences in their hand, and definitely police will seek the extension of custody. And in fact anytime from now Shizan will be brought out at this Vasai court. This is the Vasai court wherein heavy police security is also deployed. heavy police security is deployed to make sure that no panic situation happens out here, as it is a story which is some very sensational story of India, and in fact for the same reason heavy police is also deployed. It will be very much crucial to see how the Vale police will keep the case before the court and what kind of decision will be given by court, whether the Vale police will be able to get the custody or not. This is something that will be clear in some time from now, Suesha.
Absolutely, Sandeep, and keeping a very close eye on what happens from here on. Sandeep, we'll keep coming back to you because it is now on the Vasai court to take a decision, but the onus certainly on the police to what kind of evidences they present in court, basis which the police decides to grant further custody or not. We'll come back to this. For the moment, we are slipping into a very short commercial break. Also, a quick check of the other big stories we're tracking for you this afternoon, where Education Minister has announced that the corrected version of Indian history will be taught from the 26th of January. Also, Congress's motor mouth Mani Shankar Iyer has targeted the RSS, saying that Sangh Parivar is the real Tukre Tukre gang.
This is your space.
Play it your way.
With the versatile range of sanitary ware, faucets and tiles by Sarah.
क्या हुआ रोहन, क्या सोच रहा है?
रिया, पहली सैलरी मिली है, तुम भी कुछ आइडिया दो। एक्सपेंसेस को कैसे प्लान किया जाए?
रोहन, एक्सपेंसेस के साथ साथ इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान करना भी जरूरी है।
देखो, सैलरी का कुछ हिस्सा घर के रेगुलर खर्चे के लिए और कुछ मैं अपने लिए भी तो सोच सकता हूँ ना, लेकिन इन्वेस्ट कहाँ करूँ?
सिंपल है, एनपीएस में।
एनपीएस में? रिया, अभी तो मैंने कमाना शुरू किया है, इतना आगे के लिए अभी से क्यों पैसे जोड़ूं?
वो देखो, एक एक करके ईंट जोड़ी जाती है, तब जाके एक घर तैयार होता है। वैसे ही अभी से पैसे जोड़कर हम भी अपना रिटायरमेंट सुखी बना सकते हैं।
बात में तो दम है।
एनपीएस कम लागत वाली फ्लेक्सिबल लॉन्ग टर्म योजना है, जिससे आपकी बचत ग्रो होकर पेंशन का लाभ देती है।
अच्छा, फिर तो मैं अभी अपना एनपीएस अकाउंट ओपन करता हूँ।
जो कल की सोचते हैं वो आज से ही थोड़ा थोड़ा जोड़ते हैं।
पेंशन है तो टेंशन नहीं। एनपीएस में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है।
The encounter has finished and now the cleansing operation is on. The security forces are trying to ensure that this operation is concluded at an earliest. We are getting to know the number possibly could go up as well. The final searches are on by the security forces so as to ensure that everything goes well and smooth.
And we are now getting you these latest pictures of protests against Pakistan. This after terror bid was foiled by the Jammu and Kashmir police. 4 terrorists were neutralized early this morning, and this certainly was a reason for the people of Jammu and Kashmir who went on to protest against Pakistan for infiltrating terror onto the Indian side. Listen into what they had to say.
इसी मांग को लेकर के आज हम यहाँ पे प्रदर्शन कर रहे हैं।
लेकिन एडीजीपी साहब ने ये कहा कि 2 से 3 आतंकी थे जब सर्च ऑपरेशन चलाया गया। 26 जनवरी आ रही, क्या लग रहा है गतिविधि?
ये जो हमला करने का कोशिश किया गया है और ये जो हमला हुआ है सिदरा में, ये इस बात की निशानदेही करता है कि पाकिस्तान और आतंकवाद ये परेशान हो गए हैं, बुखला गए हैं और ये नाकामयाब हो रहे हैं। भारत जोड़ो यात्रा भी आ रही है। हम यहाँ पे
Gursimran now joining us on the phone line. Gursimran, 4 heavily armed terrorists were neutralized by the Jammu and Kashmir police, and these are the people of Jammu who are not just lauding our forces but also calling out a rattled Pakistan that is not being able to handle its internal affairs but continues to push terror onto our side.
Yes, the people are agitated the way Pakistan is desperately trying to push in terrorists into the Indian territory. We have seen a number of attempts from across the border by the Pakistani side have been foiled by the security forces. But time and again, Pakistan always remains in a bid to destabilize India. And today another such attempt was made. What we are getting to know that these 4 terrorists who have been neutralized by the security forces, they were possibly from the terror outfit Jaish-e-Mohammed, recently infiltrated into the Indian territory but neutralized by the security forces due to the timely input that was generated by the sister agencies. So the people are staging protests against Pakistan because to divert the attention of the international community from the internal affairs of the Pakistan is pushing terrorists into the Indian territory so that they can carry out some major terror strike and they can say to the international community that all is not well in Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. So this is the plot of the Pakistan against which the people from various groups, civil societies, they are staging protests here in Jammu.
Absolutely. And on that note, Gursimran, thank you for getting us these details. Time for a short break. On the other side, we get you details as the court has extended CBI custody for Kochars and Dhoot until Thursday. Also in Assam, CAG has flagged large-scale anomalies in the NRC report. Over 19 lakh applicants excluded.
Mixer grinder has come to this DTDC career office at KR-Puram in Hassan, and then it was delivered to a person. This person has returned the mixer bag stating that this has not come from the right address. The victim Shashi has switched on the mixer, at which point of time it has exploded.
Veteran Congress leader Salman Khurshid, in which he has likened Prabhu Ram with Rahul Gandhi.
Pakistan boat with 10 crew members carrying arms, ammunition and 40 kgs of narcotics worth 300 crore rupees has been intercepted off the Gujarat coast jointly by the Coast Guards.
लेकिन कोई आदेश है क्या? कोई आदेश है क्या? आपके पास आदेश है क्या? आप कोर्ट का आदेश दीजिए। आप कोर्ट तुम्ही ऑर्डर घ्या ना, आदेश आप आदेश दीजिए। आप आदेश की कॉपी दीजिए। इन कैमरा प्रोड्यूसिंग सा ऑर्डर घ्या, नहीं तो हमारा छोड़ा। आप आदेश की कॉपी दिखाइए।
सर ऑर्डर दिखाइए, हम चले जाएंगे। ऑर्डर
आप आदेश की कॉपी दिखाइए।
सर आप बचा रहे हो,
कोर्ट ने आदेश दिया।
आप आरोपी को बचा रहे हैं क्या?
इन कैमरा प्रोसीडिंग
आपको कोर्ट का
तुम्ही आम्हाला अलाउ का करत नाही?
ओपन कोर्ट आप कैसे बता?
ओपन कोर्ट है।
इन
आपको ओपन कोर्ट में अधिकार किसने दिया?
मला तुम्ही असं गप्प बसून कसं चालेल?
आप बताइए।
2-3 लोकांना सोडा ना,
मीडिया का अधिकार
सोडा ना, बोलून येतो ना आम्ही।
आपको किसने आदेश दिया वो बता दीजिए। आपको आदेश किसने?
कोर्ट मध्ये जातो, तुमचा हा 306 चा गुन्हा आहे, ह्यात का अलाउड नाहीये? गर्दी किती केली तुम्ही? तुम्ही 2-3 लोकांना सोडा।
कोर्ट नाही बोलला, सोडायचं नाही।
एकाला जाऊ द्या, आम्हाला बोलू तर द्या।
कोर्टाच्या आदेश
एकाला जाऊ द्या, आम्ही बोलून येतो। एकाला जाऊ द्या।
कशाला लाईव्ह करताय?
म्हणजे कसं पण कोणी पण येऊन कानून बनवतंय का?
तो हम नहीं
आप लिखित रूप से दी कोर्ट है, आप लिखित रूप में
तुम्ही कसं का बंद करता?
फोटोज को भी पता है ना, हम कोर्ट कवर करते हैं सर.
आणि सर आम्ही UAPA NIAच्या केस मध्ये जातो, तुम्ही हे 307 ची केस मध्ये तुम्ही अडवताय आम्हाला. बचा रहे हो क्या? एकाला सोडा ना.
आप आरोपी को बचा रहे हैं. आपको आदेश किसने दिए वो बता दीजिए. DCP का आदेश है, मधुकर पांडे जी का आदेश है कि कोर्ट का आदेश है, किसने कहा है बता दीजिए.
सर का आदेश है क्या आपके पास में? उन्होंने कहा मीडिया को नहीं अलाउ करना. सर चुप मत रहिए, बताइए. सर आमची पण नोकरी आहे, तुमची पण नोकरी. एक मिनिट, एक सेकंड. नाही आमची पण नोकरी आहे, तुमची पण नोकरी आहे. आम्हाला एकदा बोलू द्या, एकदा बोलू द्या. कोणाला सोडा. सर से कंप्लेंट करो. तुम्ही नुसता आपली हे करताय. तुम्ही कशाला आमच्याशी
फोन करो ना, लाइव में फोन करो लाइव.
फोन करो, चैनल पे लाइव.
आपको आदेश गृह मंत्रालय से आया है क्या? देवेंद्र जी ने आदेश दिया, तो फिर क्यों रोका जा रहा है? आपको ये ऐसा हुआ है कि हमको जाने नहीं दिया गया.
सर ऐसे इस तरीके से बिल्कुल भी नहीं आप कर सकते. सर आपको सच में सर प्लीज आमची रिक्वेस्ट आहे का, एका दोन लोकांना सोडा, आम्ही जाऊन विचारून येतो, आम्ही कन्व्हिन्स करतो आमच्या हिशोबाने. आम्हाला तुम्ही सोडणार नाही, आम्ही जाणार नाही बोलायला, तर आमची बाजू कोण ऐकणार सांगा ना. तुम्ही स्वतःहून ऐकून येताय, आम्हाला सांगताय.
आदेश कहाँ से है सर?
आम्हाला प्रयत्न तरी करू द्या.
CP सर
एक दोन लोकांना सोडा, आम्ही जाऊन येतो विचारून. जर सांगितलं नाही तर आम्ही पण बाहेर जाऊ. आम्हाला प्रयत्न तरी करू द्या. आम्हाला
बताइए क्या दिक्कत है, किसने बोला है, कहाँ से आदेश आया है, कौन बोला?
सर सांगा ना, काहीतरी सांगा ना.
This is the first time that it is happening that media has not been allowed out here. Media is not allowed here. This is the lock. This is the lock at the gate of the Vasai court, where in the proceedings of Shizan Khan is underway. In fact, the police, Vasai police, is not allowing media to get inside and cover. आपको आदेश किसने दिया सर? आपको गृह मंत्रालय से आदेश आया है क्या कि हमको अलाउ नहीं कर? कि मधुकर पांडे, CP मधुकर पांडे ने ऐसा बोला है? कोर्ट क्या VIP ट्रीटमेंट दे रहे हैं? VIP ट्रीटमेंट दे रहे हैं आप शिजान को?
माहौल खराब होगा ना.
शिजान खान को VIP ट्रीटमेंट दे रहे हैं क्या? शिजान को VIP ट्रीटमेंट का आदेश.
सर 2 रिपोर्टर्स को अंदर जाने दीजिए, हम खुद जज से बात कर लेंगे. अगर वो हमको अपने मुंह से बोल देंगे, लिखित ऑर्डर दे देंगे, हम नहीं जाएंगे सर. पहली बार कोर्ट नहीं करेंगे.
So no written letter, no written.
अधिकार है ना सर किसी को भी जाने का.
आम्हाला सांगताय ताळा लावून बसलेले.
सबका रवैया इसके पहले भी था. कैसे लगा दिया सर? ये कौन सा रूल पास कर रहे हैं आप नया?
तो हमने नहीं लगाया.
किसने लगाया?
आपने रोक के रखा. आपने रोक के रखा. आपने हमको कहा नहीं जाने. आपने रोक के रखा. आपने ताला लगाया.
हमने
लोकतंत्र की हत्या आप खड़े कर रहे हैं 20 कैमरे के सामने. आप लोकतंत्र की हत्या कर रहे हैं. क्या बचाएंगे आप लोकतंत्र? आप लोकतंत्र की हत्या कर रहे हैं.
सर अगर आपने ताला नहीं लगाया तो आप हट जाइए ना, हम चले जाएंगे ना, हम देख लेंगे हमको क्या करना है. जज हटाएगा, बाहर खड़े रहेंगे.
हम कैमरा लेके नहीं जाएंगे.
ऐसे क्या कर रहे हैं? सर मैं सिंपल बोल रही हूँ आपको, हम कोर्ट रूम के बाहर खड़े रहते हैं. जज को बोल दी, जज बोल देंगे तो हम बाहर आ जाएंगे. पहली मर्तबा थोड़ी कोर्ट में जा रहे हैं ना सर. हम आपके लिए रिस्पेक्टिव, आप भी थोड़े से रिस्पेक्टिव रहिए ना. आप भी काम करना है सर. मनमानी पे मत काम कीजिए सर. एक लाइन में किसके इंस्ट्रक्शंस पे ताला लगा है? किसके इंस्ट्रक्शंस पे?
आरोपी को बचाना है.
ये कौन सी बात हो गई सर?
क्यों बता दीजिए. आरोपी को बचाना है.
अरे कोर्टाच्या कामात व्यत्यय येतोय.
क्या
अरे सर किससे आ रहा है?
बताइए ना, नाम बताइए सर किसका? सर आपको किसने बोला है?
यहाँ तक नहीं आता है सर. उसके ऑर्डर आया है तो हम चले जाएंगे. ऑर्डर दिखा दीजिए, हम चले जाएंगे. मनमानी मत कीजिए सर. हम NIA कोर्ट में रेगुलर कवर करते हैं, UAP कोर्ट कवर करते हैं. हमें किसी ने नहीं रोका है. ID आप चेक करिए ना. किससे खतरा है? किससे खतरा है? मुझसे खतरा है. इससे किससे खतरा है? आप कह रहे हैं खतरा है. किस चीज? हम लोग समाज के बचा रहे हैं आप लोग.
पुलिस स्टेशन नहीं है ना सर.
सर सुपीरियर
डीसीपी साहब ने कहा है क्या?
हाँ ठीक आहे ओके. कोण बोललं का? नाही लावू दे. मी सांगितलं ते केलं का तुम्ही?
सर सीपी सर क्या बोले?
साफ का नहीं बोलते.
क्या आपको सीपी सर ने बोला है मीडिया को रोकने के लिए?
तो ये कोई जाता है खाली विदाउट कैमरा तो सब जाएगा. तो कोर्ट का आदेश है.
यहाँ जितने रिपोर्टर हैं 10-15 साल से कोर्ट करके सबको पता है बिना कैमरे के ही सब जाते हैं. यहाँ पे नहीं कैमरा अंदर जाता है क्या? सब कवर करते हैं.
कैमरे के पहली बार कोई केस नहीं हुआ है. बिल्कुल हंसी आती है. पुलिस का बर्ताव देख करके हंसी आती है. पुलिस कहती है
आपकी इजाजत के कैमरा नहीं दिया था.
पुलिस कह रही है कि कैमरा लेकर के अंदर ना जाया जाए. 15 साल से कोर्ट जो लोग कवर कर रहे हैं उन्हें कहा जा रहा है कि कैमरा लेकर के अंदर ना जाया जाए. देखिए बहुत ही हास्यास्पद रवैया जो है यहाँ पर वसई पुलिस का है. बहुत ही हास्यास्पद रवैया. पुलिस के पास ना कोई आदेश ना कोई आदेश ना कोई आदेश है.
किसका आदेश है? शेख साहब का आदेश है
सर. किसी
शेख साहब का आदेश है.
अरे तुम्ही सगळे एवढं आल्यानंतर आज काय परिस्थिती होईल कोर्टात?
अरे सर ये बड़े कितने इसमें रिपोर्टर्स है? 10-15 रिपोर्टर्स है. उतने में इतना छोटा कोर्ट है. अरे इतनी बड़ी बिल्डिंग है सर. अरे बाहर खड़े हो जाएंगे.
बाहर खड़े रहेंगे ना.
हमको पहली बार कोई चेंबर में हियरिंग हो रही है सर. जज के चेंबर में तो हियरिंग नहीं हो रही ना. जज के चेंबर में तो नहीं घुसेंगे ना कोई. कोर्ट रूम में हियरिंग हो रही है. आपण एवढे एक्सपिरियन्स माणूस असा.
मैं क्या कह रही सर, आप एक लिखित ऑर्डर पास करवा दीजिए. हम सारे हट जाएंगे. कोई आपत्ति नहीं हमको. मैं आपके कानून को हमको में हाथ में नहीं लेना है.
कोई आपत्ति नहीं है लेकिन हमें रोका क्यों गया है मेरे को अभी तक समझ नहीं आया.
क्या बोले सर जाने के लिए?
नहीं रे बाबा.
सर ये जज का लिखित आदेश है.
सुनिए हमें ना कोविड का ब्यौरा भी आपको किसी बार
हेलो
आपका ज्यूरिडिक्शन आप हट जाइए ना. आपके आने के बाद
यस पैच करो.
The Vasai court, where the Vasai police has completely blocked the entry of all media contingent to be a part of those proceedings, where the matter is now being heard in connection with the Tunisha death case. Shizan has been produced in the Vasai court. The police is likely to push for further custody for the next 4 days as they want to continue to interrogate Shizan. The focus on varying statements coming in from Shizan, who earlier was saying that he broke up with Tunisha due to differences in religion, and now has been saying that he wanted to focus on his career. Sandeep is talking. Sandeep, over to you.
पुलिस अंदर जाने के लिए रोक रही है. कोर्ट में लगातार जो है वो हियरिंग चालू है. ये पहली बार दूसरी बार हुआ है. दूसरी बार ऐसा हुआ है कि पुलिस जो है वो लगातार मीडिया को रोक रही है और ये ताला लगाया गया है. सुनील ये ताला दिखाइए. ये ताला जो है वो यहाँ पर लगाया गया है मीडिया को बाहर. तमाम कैमरे जो हैं वो मीडिया के बाहर लगे हुए हैं लेकिन पत्रकारों को अंदर जाने नहीं दिया जा रहा. आपको बता दें आपको किसी का आदेश है, कोर्ट का आदेश है कि मीडिया को अंदर जाने नहीं देना है. किसने आपको आदेश दिया है? सीपी बिना कैमरे भी आप रिपोर्टरों को अंदर जाने नहीं देंगे? आप बताइए ना सर. किसी का आदेश है? जज का लिखित आदेश है. जज का लिखित आदेश है कि मीडिया वालों को बाहर खड़ा किया जाए. हाँ, आपको अधिकार किसने दिया कि मीडिया को रोका जाए? आपको सीपी ने कहा है, आपको कोर्ट ने कहा है, आपको जज ने कहा है, या गृह मंत्रालय से आदेश आया है? गृह मंत्रालय ने आपको आदेश दिया है क्या? कुछ तो जवाब दीजिए सर. लाइव जा रहा है. So the officer out here, the officer out here is not allowing us. In fact, all the media personnel are stopped outside. The media personnel, the द मीडिया पर्सन, सर आप इतना ही बता दीजिए। सुनील यहाँ पैन कीजिए, किसके आदेश पर रोका गया है? आप केवल इतना बता दीजिए क्यों रोका जा रहा है। मधुकर पांडे जी ने बोला है, सीपी साहब ने आपको,
ताला लगा दिया गया और
हमारा अधिकार है, ये हमारा अधिकार है, ये हमारा अधिकार है। आप बताइए क्यों रोका गया है,
एक बार बताइए।
आप बताइए क्यों रोका गया है,
अंदर नहीं जाने दे रहे,
किसके आदेश पर रोका गया है? आपको सीपी ने बोला है, आपको जज, कोई तो कारण है। आपकी चुप्पी बहुत सवाल खड़े कर रही है। क्या शेजान को बचाया जा रहा है? शेजान को वीआईपी ट्रीटमेंट दे रहे हैं आप लोग? सर आप शेजान को वीआईपी ट्रीटमेंट दे रहे हैं?
एक बात बताइए,
हिंदुस्तान में ऐसा नहीं हुआ है कभी भी कि मीडिया को रोका गया हो। हम आतंकवादी हैं क्या? हम आतंकवादी हैं। 306 आईपीसी की धारा 306 के तहत गिरफ्तारी हुई है शेजान की। अबेटमेंट ऑफ सुसाइड है, अबेटमेंट ऑफ सुसाइड है। आपको किसने आदेश दिया? क्या वीआईपी, क्या आप कुछ तो बोलिए,
वकील और
क्या आप कुछ तो बोलिए, आप कुछ तो
बताइए सर,
आप कुछ तो बोलिए सर। आपको सीपी सर ने बोला है क्या? आपको गृह मंत्रालय से आदेश आया है क्या? कोर्ट ने क्या शेजान खान को वीआईपी ट्रीटमेंट क्यों दिया जा रहा है? आप शेजान खान को बचा रहे हैं क्या? आप शेजान खान को बचा रहे हैं क्या? आप शेजान खान को
नहीं लॉक को निकलो।
ये देखिए, शेजान खान को बचा रहे हैं। कोर्ट ने बोला है, ऐसा जज ने बोला है, लिखित आदेश है। शेजान खान को क्यों बचा रहे हैं? शेजान खान को क्यों बचा रहे हैं आपको? कोर्ट प्रोसीडिंग्स में जाना हमारा हक है। कोर्ट प्रोसीडिंग्स में जाना हमारा हक है। ये एनआईए का केस है, ये यूएपीए का केस है, ये धारा आईपीसी की धारा 306 का केस है ना सर।
So you see what's happening outside the Versailles court, where contrary to norms, reporters are usually allowed inside the court without their cameras and are very much a part of the proceedings inside court, especially in such cases. But here is the Versailles police that has completely blocked the entire media from even entering the court, and a big lock that they have now put outside the gates, and that is exactly why the media is protesting against this very move and trying to find out who really has directed them to do this. We'll keep a close eye, go back to Sandeep in a while from now. Also, a quick check of the other big stories we are tracking for you. Yes, this is Superfast 50 and the top 50 stories we're tracking this afternoon. Former ICICI CEO Chanda Kochhar, Deepak Kochhar and Videocon co-founder Venugopal Dhoot were produced in court, and their CBI custody has been extended till Thursday. In the Tunisha death case, Wali police has recorded Shizan's 7 hours of interrogation on camera and is now seeking 4 days of police custody for investigation. Wali police investigates WhatsApp chats between Tunisha and Shizan. The chat is of 250 to 300 pages, and in this chat, the police is looking for the reason of breakup. WhatsApp chat with a secret girlfriend that has been alleged has been deleted by Shizan. Wali police will write a letter to WhatsApp to retrieve this chat as well. Accused Shizan Khan seems to be changing stories during police interrogation. He states that career was the reason why he broke up with Tunisha, while earlier he had stated that religion and age gap, I beg your pardon, were the main reasons of separation. After equating Rahul Gandhi to Lord Ram earlier, Congress leader Salman Khurshid tried to justify his statement, saying that what he meant is Rahul is walking on the path of Lord Ram.
नहीं, राम राहुल गांधी नहीं है, राम राहुल गांधी नहीं है, राहुल गांधी राम नहीं है, लेकिन राहुल गांधी राम के दिखाए रास्ते पे चल सकते हैं और हम राम के दिखाए रास्ते पे चल सकते हैं। वो ये कह रहे हैं कि आपको चलने का अधिकार नहीं है, सिर्फ हम ही चलेंगे, और वो अगर राम के रास्ते पे चलते तो हमें कोई आपत्ति ना होती। वो भगवान राम के रास्ते पे नहीं चल रहे हैं, रावण के रास्ते पे चल रहे हैं, इसलिए हमें आपत्ति है।
Republic confronted Congress leader Salman Khurshid, who equated Rahul Gandhi to Lord Ram. He walked away from Republic cameras when he was asked the hard questions. Congress.
खुर्शी साहब नई कंट्रोवर्सी है भगवान राम से कंपेयर करने के लिए। खुर्शी साहब जवाब तो देखिए ये जनता जवाब मांगती है। खुर्शी साहब
मैं आपसे जवाब मांगता हूँ
सर,
आप पढ़ के नहीं आते।
आप भगवान राम से
आप सुन लीजिए, आप सुन लीजिए, उनके पदचिन्हों पे ना चलें। आप बोल दो कि भगवान।
Congress leader Manishankar Iyer targeted the RSS. He said that it is the Sangh Parivar that is responsible for breaking up the country, whereas the Congress party is trying to fix the country. A day after JP Nadda said that Rahul Gandhi's great-grandfather was instrumental in bringing Article 370, giving special provisions to Jammu and Kashmir, Congress hits back, blaming Sardar Patel and Shyama Prasad Mukherjee for Article 370.
इनके परनाना great grandfather, he was the person who was instrumental in bringing Article 370, which gave special provision to Jammu Kashmir, which gave the permission that a law will be passed in Indian Parliament that cannot be implemented in Jammu Kashmir so long as the Vidhan Sabha of Jammu Kashmir gives its assent. But it was Narendra Modi who abrogated Article 370, and now whatever law is being passed is being followed by people of Jammu Kashmir. So you are the representative of Bharat Todo and we are the representative of Bharat Jodo. I was told I would not like to take the name of the person, but one person who talks about Tamil nation, he was moving around with Rahul Gandhi.
A church was allegedly vandalized by some unknown miscreants in Periyapatna in Mysuru, where various items kept in the church, including the baby Jesus statue, was found damaged. Security forces have been engaged in a fierce gunfight with terrorists at Jammu's Sidra area this morning. At least 3 terrorists were gunned down and pistols have been recovered.
During the search of the truck, heavy volume of fire was opened on us and we retaliated. The driver in the meanwhile ran away. Search of the driver is going on. In the operation, 4 dead bodies have been recovered, so 4 terrorists have been killed. 7 AK-47s, 1 M4 rifle, that means 8 big weapons, and 3 pistols have been recovered so far. There are other materials belonging to the terrorists which have been recovered, which include pouches and magazines, etc. Everything is being scrutinized and analyzed. More details will follow.
Home Minister Amit Shah is to hold a key meeting regarding the security of Jammu and Kashmir. Apart from BSF, CRPF, DG, top officers and leaders will also be present in the meeting, which will be held at 4 p.m. in the North Block. Karnataka police cracks murder case after 9 months. The victim, Sharat, a dealer in selling used vehicles, has been brutally tortured, beaten up and hacked to death in Chikkaballapuram. The accused in the case has been identified as the son of a prominent pro-Kannada activist who has been taken into custody. In Chennai, 2 persons travelling from Dubai have tested positive for COVID. Their samples have also been sent to the lab for genome sequencing. Telangana BJP chief Bandi Sanjay Kumar wrote a letter to the Union Minister of Panchayat Raj and Rural Development Giriraj Singh. In this letter, BJP chief demanded an inquiry into the misuse of Panchayat Raj funds by the Telangana government. Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot hit out at the BJP and BRS. CM Gehlot said that BJP and BRS are weakening the democracy in the country. However, people won't tolerate this. Social media handles of Khalistani hardliner Amritpal Singh has been taken down in Punjab. Amritpal Singh's social media platforms across Instagram, YouTube and Twitter have been taken down in view of maintaining law and order situation across Punjab. 5 members of a family, including a woman, 1 adult and 3 minors, have died in a house fire that broke out at Shahpur village in Mao district. Police, along with the fire brigade and relief teams, reached the spot immediately in a bid to douse off the fire. Ahead of the 2024 Lok Sabha polls, Tamil Nadu BJP President Annamalai has said that BJP is very confident in the upcoming elections and will get more than 25 MPs who will go to the parliament. BRS, that is the Bharat Rashtra Samiti Working President KT Ramarao, hit out at Union Minister Kishan Reddy for celebrating the High Court's verdict of transferring MLA's poaching case to the Central Bureau of Investigation, that is the CBI, for calling it BJP's victory. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin wrote to Prime Minister Modi seeking priority for Tamils in central jobs. In his letter, Stalin said that he had earlier also raised the issue and submitted a memorandum to the Prime Minister. A 2-year-old child has been kidnapped from Ujjain railway station. Sources claim that CCTV footage of the accused has been discovered. Protesting Kashmiri Pandit employees have approached the Central Administrative Tribunal against a Jammu and Kashmir administration order stating those granted employment under the Prime Minister's special package cannot be transferred. Congress writes a letter to Home Ministry regarding the security concern of Rahul Gandhi in the Bharat Jodo Yatra. DYFI members and students staged massive protests against Tamil Nadu Governor R.N. Ravi in Chennai for not banning online gambling in the state. Pro-Kannada groups staged protests over Maharashtra resolution in Bengaluru. Protesters were seen raising slogans and burning effigies. In pursuance to neutralize interstate drug syndicate, NCP has succeeded in an effective crackdown on the charas syndicate operating in Mumbai. 4 kgs of high-quality charas that was seized and 2 persons have been arrested in the matter so far. Maharashtra Legislative Assembly passed the Maharashtra Lokayukt Bill today. Cabinet Minister Deepak Kesarkar introduced the bill, which includes provision to bring the Chief Minister and the Cabinet under the purview of the Anti-Corruption Ombudsman. Farmers staged a protest against CM Basavaraj Bommai and Karnataka government in Mandya. Farmers have stated that the government is maintaining an anti-farmer stand and is not waiving off loans of farmers, which was promised by the state government. In China, fresh pictures of bodies piling up have emerged. This comes after center's COVID panel said that 4 virus variants is causing this surge in China. The government in San Francisco is being sued for allegedly forcing homeless people to move out. Attorneys denied that city workers illegally force people to move or throw out personal items, saying that there are strict policies to balance individual rights. Serbia added more roadblocks in northern Kosovo and defied international demands to remove those placed earlier. The new barriers made of heavily loaded trucks were put up in Mitrovica. President Gabriel Boric visited a facility in Santiago that was destroying weapons which had been seized by the police. Authorities said that the amount of weapons which were being destroyed was 28% higher than the number last year. State flooded in Ohio. Officials assessed a situation of water damage at the Ohio State House after a pipe had burst, resulted in water lashing out, and heavy rains that were in Seattle, where several roads in Seattle's South Park neighborhood were flooded due to heavy rainfall. Residents in Salinas, California were dealing with significant flooding due to the Santa Rita Creek overflooding. County officials have provided sandbags to nearby residents in the effort to prevent further damage. And that is exactly what is happening in California, where Salinas area is heavily flooded. North Korea's ruling party meeting with leader Kim Jong-un continued for a second day. Kim's report at the meeting set forth new key goals for bolstering up self-reliant defense capability. Southwest Airlines cancelled thousands of flights again and again after the massive winter storm. A day after most US airlines had recovered from the storm, Southwest called off about 2,600 more flights on the East Coast. The Kurdish security forces started to implement strict security measures in Raqqa after a deadly attack on the city. The measures included imposing a full curfew and carrying out a combing operation in the surrounding neighborhoods. The co-leader of a plot to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer has been sentenced to 16 years in prison. Adam Fox's sentence is the longest of anyone convicted in the plot so far. Rescuers used kayaks to reach the pilot of an airplane that crashed into an icy creek near Maryland Airport. Rescue officers rushed to the spot and saved the pilot, who was about to sink due to the ice creeks. And there is breaking news just coming in from the Vasai court, where we're hearing that Shizan's custody has been extended till the 30th of December. That means Shizan will continue to be questioned by the Vasai police, Walid police, I beg your pardon, till the 30th of December, the next 3 days, that the police gets again to question Shizan, who has been changing his statements so far. Sandeep is joining us live. Sandeep, we of course saw how the police had stopped any media to enter the Vasai court to be a part of those proceedings, but this is what is coming out. December 30th is until when Shizan has to be in custody.
See, a very sad state of judiciary. In fact, we were not allowed inside the courthouse, but yes, we were able to manage to get the details. Yes, the custody has in fact been extended for the next 2 days until 30th December. Remember, he will be inside the court, and as I'm moving on the behind gate, most likely the lawyers will be there and will try to question them. In fact, but on the end of investigation, everything in regards of investigations were informed to the court, and the court was in fact informed about the secret girlfriend. The court was in fact informed about the screenshots of the WhatsApp chats between Tunisha and Shizan Khan. Apart from that, the details that have been in fact extracted by the WhatsApp chats, that also was in fact said in the courthouse. They need some more time, and as far as the allegations are concerned, the allegations of parents clearly mentions that on 23rd of December, he had in fact clearly mentioned that he does not want to live with, in fact, have a relationship with Tunisha Sharma, for which in fact she was very much into stress. Apart from that, the timing of the death is very much crucial, and that was also in fact said in the court, argued by police, that at that point of time, as Shizan is changing his statement time and again, that is something that police want to investigate, as he's changing the statement time and again. And in fact, there we go. We'll try to in fact get the reaction of the police officials, and in fact anytime soon the lawyers will be out here. The lawyers will be out here anytime soon, and in fact each and every details will be shared. Remember, the police didn't allow us to be inside the court, but yes, the call details in fact have been also extracted. The WhatsApp chats will be that have been extracted. That needs to be investigated. In fact, the chats that have been deleted by Shizan Khan in this case, remember, he was having a relationship with another girlfriend as well. It was his secret girlfriend. In fact, police wants to in fact investigate that matter also, and in fact police will be writing a letter to WhatsApp. Police will be writing a letter to WhatsApp to withdraw and extract those details of the WhatsApp chats as well. So very crucial hearing it was. But at this point of time, I just want to say that the police is in fact giving a VIP treatment to the accused Shizan Khan, the television actor, is being given a VIP treatment here. In fact, no media personnel was in fact allowed out here to cover, to go in the proceedings, to make the note of the proceedings that happened in the courthouse. But we were able to manage to get some of the details of the court hearings and the arguments. And at this point of time, the court has in fact extended its custody. Court has in fact extended the custody of Shizan Khan. Shizan Khan's custody have been in fact extended for next 2 days.
All right, so Sandeep is getting us those details from outside the Vasai court, where remember Shizan will now be in custody till the 30th of December. Questioning will continue. And Sandeep, this is very important because let's also understand that Shizan's mother is to record her statement. So is with Tunisha's mother and her other family members. Very
सर आज कोर्ट में क्या हुआ, क्या किस
पुलिस रिमांड में पुलिस ने जो अपनी रिमांड यार एक मिनट रुक जाए हाँ चलेगा एक मिनट रुक जाए यार एक मिनट पुलिस ने अपनी रिमांड रिपोर्ट जमा की है, जिसमें पुलिस ने वही चीज़ बताई जो उसकी मदर पहले से बोल रही थी, जो कि तुनिशा ने उनको बोला था कि शीजान के और भी लड़कियों के साथ संबंध है। आज पुलिस ने भी वो सेम चीज़ बात कोर्ट में बोली कि शीजान ने सुसाइड से कुछ देर पहले ही या कुछ देर बाद अपनी चैट्स जो है डिलीट की हैं, जो कि उसकी दूसरी लड़कियों के साथ चैट थी। तो मुझे लगता है कि 2 दिन की रिमांड और मिली है और बहुत जल्दी जो भी सच है वो सामने आ जाएगा।
आपको लगता है उस 15 मिनट में कुछ ऐसा शीजान ने कहा तुनिशा से जिससे वो उकसावे में आई और उसने ये कदम उठाया?
कुछ तो हुआ है उस 15 मिनट में। अगर वो सच्चा है या सही था तो उसको चैट डिलीट करने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं थी।
लंच के बाद बताया जा रहा है कि दरवाज़ा पीट करके वो निकला था, ये बात सामने आ रही है।
देखिए वो मुझे नहीं पता, क्योंकि पुलिस को कोई सीसीटीवी वहाँ पे मिला है या नहीं मिला है। पुलिस को इन्वेस्टिगेशन करनी होगी तभी पता चलेगा वो।
सामने आ रहा है जिस तरह से ये कहा जा रहा है कि शीजान जो है तुनिशा को अपने घर पे ले आता, क्या पूरा बताइए, पेपर से बता दीजिए क्या था, किस तरह से क्या।
उसके लिए मैं अभी कोई स्टेटमेंट नहीं देना चाहूँगा। ये 2 दिन की जो रिमांड है उसके बाद हम लोग एक बार
पुलिस सही तरीके से
करने की कोशिश की थी, जिसके बाद उन्हें कहा गया था, शहजाद ने खुद ने बताया था कि वो सुसाइड करने की कोशिश की है, संभालो। तो इसके बारे में आप क्या कहना चाहते हैं?
नहीं, ऐसा कोई इंसिडेंट नहीं हुआ।
क्या पुलिस सही तरीके से जांच करी अपने?
नहीं, आंटी ने ये स्टेटमेंट दिया था कि 16 तारीख को उनको एक पैनिक अटैक आया था तुनिशा को, जिसकी वजह से उनको हॉस्पिटल लेके गए थे और वहाँ पे उन्होंने ये बोला कि मेरे साथ चीटिंग हुई है, मेरे साथ गलत हुआ है।
क्या अभी तक की पुलिस की जांच से आप
मिस्टेकल कौन है इसके बारे में कुछ पता चला है? मिस्टेकल कौन है?
वीआईपी ट्रीटमेंट जो है पुलिस दे रही है शहजाद, पुलिस
की जांच से अभी तक
वीआईपी ट्रीटमेंट दे रही है शहजाद को, आपको लगता है?
उसमें ऐसा है, पुलिस ट्रीटमेंट उसको कुछ इसलिए नहीं दे रही क्योंकि हॉलीडे कोर्ट में हम अपियर नहीं हुए थे, हमें पता नहीं था। 25 तारीख को इन्होंने कोई अर्जी डाली थी जिसमें उसको होम फूड अलाउड हुआ है, जिसका मैं अभी जस्ट ऑब्जेक्शन लेके आया हूँ कि एक आरोपी, वो भी एक ऐसा आरोपी जिसने एक लड़की को मजबूर किया कि वो मरे और उसको खाना घर का दिया जा रहा है। तो मैंने भी इसका ऑब्जेक्शन किया है, पर पिछले जज ने ऑलरेडी ऑर्डर दे चुका था, इसलिए ये ऑर्डर कंटिन्यू हुआ है। इसका हम आगे जाके अगली तारीख को हम जरूर अपोज करेंगे।
को भी अलाउ नहीं किया जा रहा है उसको लेकर के।
मीडिया के बारे में हम कुछ नहीं बोल सकते, मीडिया को आप एडवोकेट तरुण शर्मा।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। मेरे साथ इस वक्त पवन शर्मा जी हैं जो तुनिशा के मामा हैं, हम उनसे बात करेंगे। पवन जी, आज क्या कुछ हुआ?
बोल दिया जो भी बोलना था।
एक रिएक्शन
मैं सिर्फ ये चाहता हूँ जो भी सच है वो सामने आए, और जिसने मेरी बच्ची को मरने पे मजबूर किया है या उसके साथ जो भी हुआ है उसको सज़ा मिलनी चाहिए।
जी बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। एक और बात बताइए कि कोर्ट में क्या सीक्रेट गर्लफ्रेंड का जिक्र किया गया था?
जी, उसने कुछ चैट्स डिलीट की हैं, किसी और लड़की की चैट थी जो उसने डिलीट की है, ये पुलिस ने बताया कोर्ट में। अब वो लोग रिकवर करेंगे तो सच पता चलेगा।
ठीक, कांति भाई इधर आओ।
All right, so that's a big.
तरुण शर्मा है जो आज तुनिशा शर्मा के तरफ से जो है उन्होंने जो है आर्गुमेंट्स की। सर क्या कुछ हुआ कोर्ट के अंदर, क्या कुछ बातें हुई?
कोर्ट के अंदर आज 5 दिन की रिमांड मांगी थी पुलिस ने अपनी रिमांड रिपोर्ट में, डिटेल रिपोर्ट में, इन्वेस्टिगेशन में जो पिछले 4 दिनों से उनको समय मिला उसमें इन्वेस्टिगेशन में उनके सामने जो तथ्य बाहर आए वो रखा। उस तथ्य को रखते हुए आज पुलिस ने 2 दिन की और रिमांड बढ़ाई है।
एक सवाल और, सीक्रेट गर्लफ्रेंड की बात की जा रही है, व्हाट्सएप चैट्स जो है उसने डिलीट किया था, इन तमाम चीज़ों को लेकर के किस प्रकार से जो है पुलिस ने चीज़ों को सामने रखा है?
नहीं, पुलिस ने चीज़ों को रखा, सामने लाने से ही आज मेरे हिसाब से 2 दिन की रिमांड बढ़ी है। और यही उनकी माताजी की प्ली थी पहले दिन से, जहाँ तक मुझे याद है। उनकी माताजी ने भी अपनी एफआईआर में यही कहा था कि तनिष्का के साथ साथ शिजान और भी लड़कियों को डेट कर रहा था, जो मेरे हिसाब से तनिष्का को नहीं जमा था, जिसके कारण ये स्टेप हुआ कि क्या हुआ वो अभी और इन्वेस्टिगेशन जब आगे बढ़ेगी तो बाहर आएगा।
क्या वो सीक्रेट गर्लफ्रेंड के अलावा और भी अन्य लड़कियों के बारे में पता चला है क्या?
डेटा निकला है, अभी तो डेटा उनके मोबाइल से रिट्रीव किया है, तो चैट्स करीबन मेरे को जहाँ तक अभी कोर्ट में बोला गया करीबन 300 पेजेस के चैट है, तो इट विल टेक टाइम टू रीड एंड फाइंड आउट व्हाट इज देयर।
Alright, thank you so much. So, ये Tanushar, this was the wakil, the lawyer of Tunisha Sharma, in fact, who mentions that the details in regards of Tunisha Sharma's chats were in fact mentioned in the courthouse, and that are something very crucial evidences that was in fact produced before the court, and that needs to be investigated. And for the same reason, the custody of Shizan Khan is in fact extended by the Vasai court.
Which is certainly confirming one thing, Sandeep, that the alleged secret girlfriend angle is very much the focus. This is what the family has been saying again and again, that Shizan had other girls in his life. There could have been somebody else he was dating while he was in a relationship with Tunisha. And this is exactly what the police is also stating in court, that some chats he had deleted, which they have not seen, but they have written to WhatsApp in connection with it to get those chats. Tunisha's phone, of course, needs to be unlocked, but the focus primarily on WhatsApp chats to really get a sense of what the two were speaking, why Shizan broke up with her, what caused so much stress to Tunisha.
See, at this point of time, as Tunisha is not, alive, so her version will not be able, cannot be in fact investigated. Another point out here is that, it is through the WhatsApp chats only that, police can actually get the details of that woman who he was dating. And in fact, as you go with the lawyer, Tarun Sharma's statement, he mentions that not only the secret girlfriend, there were many other girlfriends, more than dozen of girlfriends he had dated in that 1 year, and in fact one of them was that secret girlfriend of which Tunisha in fact got to know. And after that things started changing in the life of Tunisha, and Tunisha in fact Shizan Khan in fact broke up with Tunisha, and she cannot bear this, she cannot bear the breakup with Shizan Khan. And after that only Tunisha's mother's statement, if you will go through, Tunisha mothers has in fact mentioned that she also tried convincing Shizan, but Shizan didn't listen to her as well, and he said that he does not want to be in a relationship with Tunisha. So these are some of the part of the investigation that has been said in the courthouse. But at this point of time, yes, the custody has in fact been extended by the court.
Right, well, Sandeep is getting us all the details at this point of time, where he's telling us that Shizan's custody has been extended. And right now, Sandeep, what is very interesting is that the way that Shizan has changed all his statements. First, he said that he wanted to avoid something of the sort of what happened with Shraddha. He was very concerned about the age gap and also the communities both of them belong to. And now he's changing his statement and saying that it is because of his career that the breakup would have happened.
See, Shivangi, at this point of time, the statement that have been in fact given by Shizan Khan is not being considered by the police at all. Remember, be it the claim of the family members being against the relationship, apart from that, the claim of, religion, apart from that, the age gap, and also he mentioned that he wants to focus on his careers. So several list of, reasons have been in fact given by Shahzad Khan, but at this point of time, police is not considering his claims, but rather police is investigating this matter. But other than that, an objection on home food and the kind of VIP treatment being given to Shahzad Khan, that has been objected by Tunisha's lawyer today, and in fact, it was in fact informed that it happened in the last hearing. But yes, at this point of time, in fact, media was also not allowed to enter the courtroom. That means, yes, some kind of favor is also being given by the police to Shahzad Khan. But yes, at this point of time, the family says that they are very much satisfied with the investigation that is going on.
Right, right. And, a very important point which everybody will be wondering about, Sandeep, is that, remember the first time that he was in police custody, the first day there was interrogation happening and he kept changing his statements. But then there is one more, very important question mark being raised about the lunch he had with Tunisha around 3 p.m. That is also something that the police would be investigating, isn't it?
See, Shivangi, that is a mystery, and that mystery needs to be solved by police only. At this point of time, police also have not got any kind of clues about that lunch that they had together. What we have been told that, after having the lunch, he had banged the door very badly. And after just 15 minutes of that, Tunisha committed suicide. So actually, what happened in that conversation, the last conversation that Shahzad had, what did Shahzad told, what Shahzad told to Tunisha Sharma, what actually happened, that is something which everyone is looking out for. But so far, no answers has been given by police, neither by Shahzad.
Right. And, Sandeep, right now our viewers are watching Republic TV, and let's tell our viewers what's happening right now. Shahzad's custody has been extended, and we can also tell you that chats are being probed right now. The chat is of 250 to 300 pages, where the police is looking for the reason for the breakup between the two. And this chat is from June of this year till now. And Sandeep, I would also like to ask you a little bit more about what exactly was made out of the CCTV footage which Republic TV had access, where that footage, viewers, and Sandeep, please tell our viewers more about that. You could see Shahzad and two people picking up the body of Tunisha moments after she died by suicide and taking it to the hospital. What really happened of that footage? Has the police investigated that footage, and anything that they're saying about it?
See, yes, definitely police is in fact using it as an evidence, as a part of an investigation at this point of time. But it is one of the sequence of the whole, story. So it is one of the part of, the whole case. But there are a lot of more things that needs to be, revealed by in the investigation. There are one of the important point is of that secret women who he used to date, and those other women who he used to be in a relationship with. So, the problems are not stopping here for Shahzad Khan. In fact, it will increase more and more as far as the investigation goes on. So definitely police has very less time as of now, but it will be crucial to see what comes out of the investigation in next 2 days.
Absolutely, absolutely. And let's talk a little bit about what the family is saying as well, Sandeep. The family members are completely distraught. When you were there, you were covering the last rites of Tunisha. The mother of Tunisha, she was extremely heartbroken. She fainted once again. She has fainted multiple times on seeing her daughter's condition after she died by suicide. And even the last rites, and we remember very well those visuals that our viewers also saw, where she was absolutely heartbroken. What is the family saying right now?
Are in fact very much distressed, and remember yesterday also the mother was in fact not able to see her daughter going, and she was in fact not she fainted during the funeral also, when the final rites were in fact happening, and at that point of time the mother was not even able to say a last goodbye to her daughter. But yeah, she is very much not well in fact, and her statement is also needed to be recorded, and not only Tunisha's mother but also Shizan's mother's statement needs to be recorded by the Walip police.
All right, Sandeep is getting us to the top updates. Sandeep, keep tracking this story for us. Right now, viewers, we can tell you that the chats are being investigated between Shizan and Tunisha. The police looking at what really happened and transpired between the two. On that note, viewers, it's time for the top updates from across India. Maharashtra Legislative Assembly passed the Maharashtra Lokayukta Bill today. Cabinet Minister Deepak Kesarkar introduced the bill, which includes a provision to bring the Chief Minister and the Cabinet under the purview of the Anti-Corruption Ombudsman. Congress leader Mani Shankar Iyer now targets RSS and says that it is the Sangh Parivar which is responsible for the breaking of the country, whereas the Congress party is trying to fix the country. TFI members and students staged massive protests against the Tamil Nadu governor R.N. Ravi in Chennai for not banning online gambling in the state. Pro-Canada group staged protest over Maharashtra resolution in Bengaluru. Protesters were seen in raising slogans and burning effigies. In pursuance to neutralize interstate drug syndicate, NCB has succeeded in an effective crackdown on the charas syndicate operating in Mumbai. 4 kilograms of high-quality charas have been seized and 2 persons have been arrested in this matter so far. Farmers staged protests against CM Basavaraj Bommai and Karnataka government in there, and in fact the farmers have stated that the government is maintaining an anti-farmer stand and is not waiving off loans of farmers, which was promised by the state government. A loaded RPG lying at an isolated area in Tarn Taran has been discovered. Punjab police has now recovered loaded RPG and arrested 3 in the case. In China, fresh visuals of bodies piling up have emerged. This comes after center's COVID panel and said that 4 virus variants is causing COVID cases to surge in China. Viewers, we continue to be live and breaking on Republic TV. Court extends CBI custody of former coaches and the Videocon co-founder Dhut till Thursday. Plus, Education Minister announces corrected version of Indian history to be taught from January 26. Stay tuned.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 10th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students.
Your favorite service provider, 10, which gets you the best of entertainment, is back with something very special.
अभी मजा आएगा ना भिड़ो.
Your 3 favorite movie channels are bringing in super blockbuster films with features like wider picture and crystal clear sound straight to your home.
Wow. Oh, I love that expression.
To subscribe to your favorite channels, contact your local cable TV operator today or call 10 toll-free number 1-800-419-2020 now.
India welcomes those who further India's pride across the globe. Indian diaspora, partners of New India's growth journey in Amrit Kaal. Come and be a part of the 17th Pravasi Bharati Divas from 8th to 10th January 2023 at Indore, Madhya Pradesh, India. For registration, log on to pbdindia.gov.in.
Guys, just 1 second. Choosing a car for my mom. What? Online car shopping? Wow, that's so cool, yeah. Shahrukh ने बताया.
Wait up. Booking a car service.
From here?
क्यों? तुझे शाहरुख ने नहीं बताया?
इसने पूछा ही नहीं. There's so much more जो शाहरुख ने नहीं बताया. It's all on the industry first My Hyundai app. Open a world of possibility with My Hyundai app. One app, many worlds.
Viewers, getting some breaking news coming in. Health Minister has advised doctors to not create panic about wave and only talk about the behavior. According to the top health ministry sources, next 40 days are crucial for India to see the high surge of this variant. Viewers, big development coming in this point of time. Remember, the entire nation is on high alert, viewers. The entire nation is on high alert, and even the health minister has made it very, very clear in the parliament that COVID scare is not over yet. Everyone needs to be careful. And our sources have told us very categorically, according to the health ministry sources, next 40 days are crucial for India to see the high surge of this new variant, which is causing chaos in China. Let's go across to Madhurima, who's joining us. Madhurima, a very, very good afternoon to you. And now we are seeing that we're getting some top updates coming in on the COVID alert, which is the entire India right now, in fact, is making sure that the next 40 days be crucial. Let's take us through exactly what the health minister said.
Good afternoon to you too. And the health minister is very categorically stating all the facts that are imperative to combat COVID-19. He says that the next 40 days are very crucial, and which is why he said that the doctors need not create any panic and at the same time support the COVID appropriate behavior. It has been told that the new variant in concern is 16 times more transmissible than the previous Omicron variant.
जो भी CSR इनके यहाँ आया है उसमें हमने हेल्थ सेक्टर को बहुत ही वो दिया है, और मैं आपके माध्यम से आज ये भी कहना चाहता हूँ आने वाले समय में भी, because today the health sector is not only crucial for our overall survival, but आपको जब भी लगे कि हमें काम करना, हम ऑलरेडी कर रहे हैं. मेरे पेट्रोलियम मिनिस्ट्री में आप फर्टिलाइजर और हमारे गैस का वो वी हैव अ वेरी हेल्दी डायलॉग, बट सर्टनली इन अ कैंपेन लाइक दिस, एंड इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट दिस कैंपेन इज गोइंग टू बी carried out in 2 states where both the incidence and the scale is something that you need to address. So I will just stop with that and thank my friend, the Honorable Minister for Health and his team. I want to thank IOCL and I want to
All right, viewers, so very, very important updates coming in right now. What the health minister is saying the next 40 days will be crucial. Our top health ministry sources have said this, and the health minister has advised doctors to not create panic about the wave. Only talk about behavior. Only talk about behavior, which will prevent new cases of the new variant. All right, let's take a very short break, viewers. We continue to be live and breaking, getting you all the top updates only on Republic TV.
First of all, there should not be any panic. The country is taking proactive and preemptive steps so that we are prepared for any eventuality and we don't scramble at the last moment. So whether we are talking about mock drill, preparing the clinical management conditions across the country, looking for oxygen, looking for availability of antiviral drugs, the other drugs, and then the second point which has been done is that genomic surveillance has been further strengthened, and you can see the results immediately that we are now able to pick up COVID positive individuals at the airports. The third thing is that we must go in for our precaution dose, because at the moment coverage is very low. It's about 27-28% of the eligible people. That means between 18 years and above, people should take a third dose of the vaccine, and this is called precaution dose. And there should be only one precaution dose. So if those who have already taken, there is no need. But those who have not taken, they must go in for precaution dose. And finally, we must adhere to corona appropriate behavior. That means wearing mask. We should keep away from crowded places. And the third is this hand sanitation. And here I would like also to emphasize that this corona appropriate behavior is not only for corona. It helps for reducing infections and associated problems with all respiratory infections.
Absolutely. So, that kind of havoc we see in reports in China, because there where we know that the health infrastructure is comparatively quite strong, still the kind of reports that are coming in, what do you think is causing that kind of casualties there?
So first of all, whatever is happening in China, we are not very fully aware of that, because as you know, the information, very limited information is available. And in fact, last 48 hours, they said they have in fact stopped giving all information. But whatever we have learned during last 3 years, that they have been very vigorously pursuing zero COVID policy. That means although vaccination has been done, the people were not exposed to natural infection. And there are concerns raised about the vaccine which they have used. So in this combination, when they have opened up they have reversed their zero COVID policy, almost all the population there must be naive to natural COVID infection, and that's what.
Viewers, we are getting you much more on the other side. Stay with us. Fresh protests in disputed areas as Maharashtra-Karnataka border issue escalates. Stay tuned.
समय कभी किसी का इंतजार नहीं करता। देर न कीजिए, यह आपके द्वारा दिया हुआ टैक्स ही है जो आज देश को सुरक्षित और समृद्ध बना रहा है। शिक्षा, स्वास्थ्य और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की सुविधाओं को देश के कोने कोने तक पहुंचा रहा है। करदाता कृपया ध्यान दें, यदि आपने अब तक निर्धारण वर्ष 2022-23 की अपनी टैक्स रिटर्न फाइल नहीं की है, तो लेट फीस के साथ 31 दिसंबर 2022 तक आप अपनी टैक्स रिटर्न फाइल कर सकते हैं। और यदि आपने निर्धारण वर्ष 2022-23 की अपनी टैक्स रिटर्न ड्यू डेट से पहले फाइल की थी, तो आप अपनी रिवाइज्ड रिटर्न बिना लेट फीस के 31 दिसंबर 2022 तक फाइल कर सकते हैं। याद रखें, निर्धारण वर्ष 2022-23 की टैक्स रिटर्न भरने की अंतिम तिथि है 31 दिसंबर 2022। प्रत्येक आय करदाता एक राष्ट्र निर्माता।
Helps beat sensitivity fast. Sensodyne Rapid Relief.
क्या हुआ रोहन, क्या सोच रहा है?
रिया, पहली सैलरी मिली है, तुम भी कुछ आइडिया दो, एक्सपेंसेस को कैसे प्लान किया जाए।
रोहन, एक्सपेंसेस के साथ साथ इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान करना भी जरूरी है।
देखो, सैलरी का कुछ हिस्सा घर के रेगुलर खर्चे के लिए और कुछ मैं अपने लिए भी तो सोच सकता हूँ ना, लेकिन इन्वेस्ट कहाँ करूँ?
सिंपल है, एनपीएस में।
एनपीएस में? रिया, अभी तो मैंने कमाना शुरू किया है, इतना आगे के लिए अभी से क्यों पैसे जोड़ूं?
वो देखो, एक एक करके ईंट जोड़ी जाती है, तब जाके एक घर तैयार होता है। वैसे ही अभी से पैसे जोड़कर हम भी अपना रिटायरमेंट सुखी बना सकते हैं।
बात में तो दम है।
एनपीएस कम लागत वाली फ्लेक्सिबल लॉन्ग टर्म योजना है, जिससे आपकी बचत ग्रो होकर पेंशन का लाभ देती है।
अच्छा, फिर तो मैं अभी अपना एनपीएस अकाउंट ओपन करता हूँ।
जो कल की सोचते हैं वो आज से ही थोड़ा थोड़ा जोड़ते हैं।
पेंशन है तो टेंशन नहीं। एनपीएस में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है।
ऑलराउंडर हम भी हैं।
और तुम्हारा किचन कभी स्टेन्स, कभी जर्म्स, तो कभी पानी। आपके किचन और बाथरूम्स को चाहिए MYK लेटिक्रीट SP100 टाइल जॉइंट का ऑलराउंडर। MYK लेटिक्रीट SP100, जोड़ हो तो ऐसा।
A major fire broke out at Shahpur village in Mau district of Uttar Pradesh. Police teams along with fire brigade were rushed to the spot in a bid to rescue the one stuck. But despite the operations, 5 lost their lives to the blaze.
देखिए थाना कोपागंज के शाहपुर गांव का मैटर है। इसमें रात लगभग 9 बजे सूचना प्राप्त हुई कि गांव में एक मड़ई में आग लग गई है और कुछ लोगों की मृत्यु हो गई है। तत्काल मेरे द्वारा कप्तान साहब द्वारा यहां पर इसका स्थलीय निरीक्षण किया गया है और इसमें मेडिकल टीम, हमारी फायर ब्रिगेड टीम सबको यहां पर बुलाया गया। मौके पर जाने पर ज्ञात हुआ कि प्रथम दृष्टया जो चूल्हे की वजह से ये आग लगी है और इसमें जो परिवार के 5 सदस्य थे उनकी डेथ यहाँ पर हुई है। तत्काल यहाँ पर हमारी जो राहत की टीम उनको यहाँ भेजा गया है और जो दैवीय आपदा के अंतर्गत उनको जो सहायता राशि दी जा सकती है उसकी भी गणना की गई है। प्रति पर्सन के हिसाब से इसमें 4 लाख की जुर्माना धनराशि है, उसको हिसाब से इनको जो सहायता होगी उसकी कार्रवाई इसमें की जा रही है।
With the cause of the fire yet to be ascertained, a probe is now underway. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Viewers, what's coming up on the other side? We continue to be live and breaking. In Assam, CAG flags large-scale anomalies. An NRC reporter says over 18 lakh applicants excluded.
Your favorite service provider, TEN, which gets you the best of entertainment, is back with something very special.
अभी मजा आएगा ना भिड़ो।
Your 3 favorite movie channels are bringing in super blockbuster films with features like wider picture and crystal clear sound straight to your home.
Wow. Oh, I love that expression.
To subscribe to your favorite channels, contact your local cable TV operator today or call TEN toll-free number 1-800-419-2020 now.
India welcomes those who further India's pride across the globe. Indian diaspora, partners of New India's growth journey in Amrit Kaal. Come and be a part of the 17th Pravasi Bharti Divas from 8th to 10th January 2023 at Indore, Madhya Pradesh, India. For registration, log on to pbdindia.gov.in.
Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal, Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
A major fire broke out at Shahpur village in Mau district of Uttar Pradesh. Police teams along with fire brigade were rushed to the spot in a bid to rescue the one stuck. But despite the operations, 5 lost their lives to the blaze.
देखिए थाना कोपागंज के शाहपुर गांव का मैटर है। इसमें रात लगभग 9 बजे सूचना प्राप्त हुई कि गांव में एक मड़ई में आग लग गई है और कुछ लोगों की मृत्यु हो गई है। तत्काल मेरे द्वारा कप्तान साहब द्वारा यहां पर इसका स्थलीय निरीक्षण किया गया है और इसमें मेडिकल टीम, हमारी फायर ब्रिगेड टीम सबको यहां पर बुलाया गया। मौके पर जाने पर ज्ञात हुआ कि प्रथम दृष्टया जो चूल्हे की वजह से ये आग लगी है और इसमें जो परिवार के 5 सदस्य थे उनकी डेथ यहाँ पर हुई है। तत्काल यहाँ पर हमारी जो राहत की टीम उनको यहाँ भेजा गया है और जो दैवीय आपदा के अंतर्गत उनको जो सहायता राशि दी जा सकती है उसकी भी गणना की गई है। प्रति पर्सन के हिसाब से इसमें 4 लाख की जुर्माना धनराशि है, उसको हिसाब से इनको जो सहायता होगी उसकी कार्रवाई इसमें की जा रही है।
With the cause of the fire yet to be ascertained, a probe is now underway. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Mr. Blanc, you're the world's greatest detective, right?
In your words, there has been a murder. The killer wouldn't hesitate to kill again if it covers their tracks.
Wow!
Well, I'm out of here.
Yeah, me too.
Lock the doors. Stay in your rooms. Everyone is in danger.
Are you calling me dangerous?
Well, we'll see. ये सामने फ्यूल पंप है, वहां से ले लें।
जी सर फ्यूल तो पिछले पंप में भी मिल जाता, इंडियन ऑयल में ऐसा क्या है?
कुछ है स्पेशल, खुद ही देख लेना। स्पेशल? अरे इंडियन ऑयल की तो बात ही कुछ और है।
जरा देखिए, फ्यूल तो बराबर डाल रहे हैं ना।
अरे यहाँ कंप्लीट ऑटोमेशन है, मतलब प्योर और पूरा दोनों ही। इन सेंट्रली मॉनिटर्ड मशीन्स की एक एक रीडिंग का हिसाब है यहाँ पर।
वाह सर।
याद है ना, इंडियन ऑयल की बात ही कुछ और है। इंडियन ऑयल, पहले इंडियन फिर ऑयल।
Minister of Tamil Nadu M.K. Stalin writes a letter to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi seeking immediate action so that a lot of people from Tamil Nadu can be taken for employment in the central government jobs. Employment opportunities should be widened for the Tamil-speaking people, is what his letter reads. He also mentioned that comparatively the Tamil people have more knowledge and skill set according to his letter, which he says that they are well versed in technical and academic areas as well. He also mentions in his letter that this could be a regional representation as well as Tamil people getting more jobs in Tamil Nadu in central government sector. Therefore, he has written to the Prime Minister to take immediate action so that more opportunities are opened for the Tamil speaking people. This is Vashni Ramu along with camera person Dilip from Chennai for Republic TV.
क्या हुआ रोहन, क्या सोच रहा है?
रिया, पहली सैलरी मिली है, तुम भी कुछ आइडिया दो, एक्सपेंसेस को कैसे प्लान किया जाए।
रोहन, एक्सपेंसेस के साथ साथ इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान करना भी जरूरी है।
देखो, सैलरी का कुछ हिस्सा घर के रेगुलर खर्चे के लिए और कुछ मैं अपने लिए भी तो सोच सकता हूँ ना, लेकिन इन्वेस्ट कहाँ करूँ?
सिंपल है, एनपीएस में।
एनपीएस में? रिया, अभी तो मैंने कमाना शुरू किया है, इतना आगे के लिए अभी से क्यों पैसे जोड़ूं?
वो देखो, एक एक करके ईंट जोड़ी जाती है, तब जाके एक घर तैयार होता है। वैसे ही अभी से पैसे जोड़कर हम भी अपना रिटायरमेंट सुखी बना सकते हैं।
बात में तो दम है।
एनपीएस कम लागत वाली फ्लेक्सिबल लॉन्ग टर्म योजना है, जिससे आपकी बचत ग्रो होकर पेंशन का लाभ देती है।
अच्छा, फिर तो मैं अभी अपना एनपीएस अकाउंट ओपन करता हूँ।
जो कल की सोचते हैं वो आज से ही थोड़ा थोड़ा जोड़ते हैं।
पेंशन है तो टेंशन नहीं। एनपीएस में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है।
Everyone looks at the world today. At Hyundai, we go beyond with experiences that take us forward. Innovations that are intuitive. At Hyundai, we are going beyond mobility, and you are welcome to join us.
Whenever I had ice cream or cold water, I would experience a sharp shooting sensation. So I just kept ignoring it. Even my hot chai was giving me the same amount of discomfort. My dentist recommended Sensodyne. So now I can be completely carefree and sip my hot cup of tea. It really works.
कुर्सी साहब, नई कंट्रोवर्सी है भगवान राम से कंपेयर करने के लिए। कुर्सी साहब, जवाब तो देखिए, ये जनता जवाब मांगती है। कुर्सी साहब,
मैं आपसे जवाब मांगता हूँ।
सर, उसमें आपसे
साइलेंस, थैंक यू। मैंने कुछ नहीं बोला।
मैं सिर्फ आपसे
नहीं पूछ।
आप क्या कहना चाहते हैं?
कुछ नहीं।
आप भगवान राम से कंपेयर
मैं कुछ नहीं कहना चाहता हूँ। मैं कुछ नहीं कहना चाहता हूँ। आप जो चाहें, आप जो चाहें।
आपने कहा कि आप जस्टिफाई
नहीं, मैं किसी को जस्टिफाई नहीं कर रहा हूँ। मैंने कुछ कहा तो आप जस्टिफाई करिए।
afternoon. You're watching the news at 4 p.m. Our focus this afternoon is on the Tunisha death case, where remember there is a big twist. Shizan deleted some chats. That is exactly what the police is investigating at this point. This as he is now in custody till the 30th of December, and the police will continue to interrogate him. We'll tell you all about it in a short while from now. First, a quick check of the headlines we are tracking. Shizan's custody has been extended till the 30th of December. Meanwhile, Tunisha's uncle has made a big claim, saying Tunisha read a chat that led to the breakup. Court has extended CBI custody of former Courtroom and Videocon co-founder Dhoot till Thursday. Education Minister announces corrected version of Indian history to be taught from the 26th of January. Fresh protests in disputed areas as Maharashtra-Karnataka border issue escalates. In Assam, CAG flags large-scale anomalies in the NRC report. Over 19 lakh applicants excluded. Congress's motor mouth, Manishankar Iyer, has targeted the RSS. He said that Sangh Parivar is dividing India into tukde-tukde. And remember, a lot of revelations have come to light today in the Tunisha death case. It is the family now making big claims. Also about a secret woman. That exactly is the angle that is allegedly being, investigated by the Wali police. Shizan has now gone to custody till the 30th of December. And Tunisha's uncle, who said that there were other women in his life, a chat that Tunisha had read, is what caused her a lot of distress. So primarily the angles that are now being looked at in the investigation that continues are the WhatsApp chats that are nearly 250 to 300 pages between Tunisha and Shizan. And the police is now trying to understand what was the reason of the breakup. The WhatsApp chats that are now the focus, and Shizan could have deleted some chats. Some chats with other women have been deleted by Shizan. For the same, the Wali police is now writing to WhatsApp to retrieve all those chats. This as they are trying to unlock Tunisha's phone as well to corroborate the chats on their phones. Also, relationship with another woman. That is exactly what the family has claimed. Tunisha's uncle spoke to Republic this afternoon, where he said that Tunisha had read a chat of Shizan with another woman. That caused her a lot of stress, and she had not been feeling well ever since. And that exactly is the reason of the breakup. Sandeep, my colleague, is also live with us on the broadcast, as he has been tracking every single detail on the ground. Sandeep, I believe you also spoke with the lawyer who is representing Tunisha's family, and they are saying that the deleted chats were mentioned by the police in the court, and on that pretext, further custody was granted.
So yes, as you rightly mentioned, we also spoke to the lawyer of Tunisha Sharma, and where he mentions that the WhatsApp chats were in fact mentioned in the courthouse, and they also mentioned about the secret girlfriend, and there were some chats that have been deleted, and those chats needs to be extracted. But at this point of time, I'm being joined by Mr. Sharad Rai, representing Shizan in the court, Vasai court. सर, जिस प्रकार से आज प्रोसीडिंग्स हुई है, क्या कुछ बातें सामने निकल करके आई है? आरोप लगाया गया है पुलिस द्वारा भी कि कोई सीक्रेट गर्लफ्रेंड थी, उसके साथ व्हाट्सएप चैट्स जो थे वो तमाम चैट्स डिलीट कर दिए गए।
नहीं, पुलिस ने ये कहा है कि कोई चैट डिलीट हुई है,
वो हमें इन्वेस्टिगेशन करना है, उसको निकालना है, उसकी जानकारी लेनी है, जिसके लिए रिमांड बढ़ाया जाए।
लेकिन एक सवाल और भी अहम है कि अचानक से ये व्हाट्सएप चैट्स क्यों डिलीट कर दिए? क्या ये तुनिशा के सुसाइड के पहले किए गए थे या तुनिशा के सुसाइड के बारे में अब बाद में किए गए? आपको शिजान की तरफ से इसके बारे में कोई जानकारी दी गई है?
जी नहीं, मुझे कोई जानकारी नहीं है। शिजान का मोबाइल एंड तुनिशा का मोबाइल 24 को ही पुलिस ने सीज कर लिया था, वो पुलिस के पास था। अभी 25 को जब भी पुलिस यहाँ पे उनको पेश की थी तभी इसके बारे में कोई जानकारी नहीं थी, बट अभी उनका ऐसा कहना है, इसलिए जो है 2 दिन का PCR ग्रांट हुआ है। अब उसमें चीज़ें निकल के आएंगी सामने।
लेकिन सवाल तो उठेंगे ना, अगर व्हाट्सएप चैट्स डिलीट हुए हैं तो संदेह तो उठेगा और कहीं ना कहीं इसी संदेह को लेकर के जो है वो कार्रवाइयाँ जो है वो हो रही है।
शायद है कि तुनिशा सुसाइड नहीं करती तो ये संदेह नहीं उठते। संदेह इसीलिए उठ रहे हैं क्योंकि उसने सुसाइड किया है, तो वो चीजें निकल के आनी चाहिए।
Yeah, so you just heard the lawyer, Mr. Sharad Rai, who spoke to Republic, and he claims that if Tunisha would have not committed suicide, then this
Absolutely, and these are the very claims that are being made by Tunisha's family all along, where her mother has clearly said that Shizan was never faithful to Tunisha. There was another woman in his life, and exactly why the family had confronted Shizan as to why he misguided her, why he misled her all the way along, promised her for marriage if he was never serious about her. My colleague Shivangi is now giving us a sense of the claims that are being made by Tunisha's family.
Absolutely, Swesha, and it's very, very interesting how different people are saying different things at this point of time, and we can clearly see that a storyline is coming out. Just have a look at these visuals that we have for you and these graphics on your screen. Now, what triggered the suicide? The big question is, what triggered the suicide? Let's go through different versions from different people. All right, so the co-actor Vineet Raina is saying there's something more to the death. And he has said very, very specifically, categorically, Swesha and all our viewers, is that Tunisha was an actor. She was a child actor as well. She was a child artist. She was a strong professional. She has been working for many years now. So if a girl like Tunisha could take such a step, a very, very serious step, then something has to be behind it. The police, is saying, should investigate that why that happened. All right, let's go ahead to what the mother is saying. Now, the mother was extremely heartbroken at the last rites of Tunisha. She had broken down, she has fainted a couple of times, and she is saying again and again that Shizan used my daughter, that he used my daughter, he was having an affair with some other girl, and that he was using her, keeping her on the side while using her daughter and having an affair. There's some other girl which is involved. That's exactly what the mother is saying as well. Let's go ahead to what Shizan is saying. Now, Shizan is changing his statements again and again and again. Now, firstly, on the first day of police custody, he said that he broke up with Tunisha because, number one, of the Shraddha case which had come out because of they both are from different communities. And he said age gap. And now he's saying it's because of his career. He broke up with her because of his career. So changing statements being made right now, Swesha, and we have to, of course, wait and see because the police is investigating every angle of the case. And of course, like Sandeep was telling us, our correspondent, the big story right now that you have also told our viewers about is that the chats which are being investigated between Shizan and Tunisha. Also, what happened in that 3 p.m. lunch that Shizan had with Tunisha? What happened after that? Why did she take that step after that 3 p.m. lunch that Shizan and Tunisha had? So many angles being investigated right now, Swesh.
Absolutely, Shivangi, and that is exactly what the police is looking into, because remember, these are the claims that are being made by Tunisha's family. But it is now up to the police to build a watertight case and validate the claims that Tunisha's family has been making so far, because they are saying that it was definitely another woman in Shizan's life. Shizan was lying to Tunisha. He had always misguided her. He was older than her and he should have behaved better in this relationship. And most importantly, he broke Tunisha's heart because he was lying to her all throughout. So now these deleted chats that are also the focus, because this was mentioned by Tunisha's family in the court, where the lawyer said that he had deleted some chats, and that is what the police said. My colleague Sandeep had spoken to the lawyer earlier on, and he gives us a sense of what happened in the court today, where further custody was granted to the police till the 30th of December.
कोर्ट के अंदर आज 5 दिन की रिमांड मांगी थी पुलिस ने अपनी रिमांड रिपोर्ट में, डिटेल रिपोर्ट में, इन्वेस्टिगेशन में जो पिछले 4 दिनों से उनको समय मिला उसमें इन्वेस्टिगेशन में उनके सामने जो तथ्य बाहर आए वो रखा। उस तथ्य को रखते हुए आज पुलिस ने 2 दिन की और रिमांड बढ़ाई है।
एक सवाल और, सीक्रेट गर्लफ्रेंड की बात की जा रही है, व्हाट्सएप चैट्स जो है उसने डिलीट किया था। इन तमाम चीज़ों को लेकर के किस प्रकार से जो है पुलिस ने चीज़ों को सामने रखा?
पुलिस ने चीज़ों को रखा सामने लाने से ही आज मेरे हिसाब से 2 दिन की रिमांड बढ़ी है और यही उनकी माताजी की प्ली थी पहले दिन से, जहाँ तक मुझे याद है। उनकी माताजी ने भी अपनी एफआईआर में यही कहा था कि तनिष्का के साथ साथ शिजान और भी लड़कियों को डेट कर रहा था, जो मेरे हिसाब से तनिष्का को नहीं जमा था, जिसके कारण ये स्टेप हुआ कि क्या हुआ वो अभी और इन्वेस्टिगेशन जब आगे बढ़ेगी तो बाहर आएगा।
क्या वो सीक्रेट गर्लफ्रेंड के अलावा और भी अन्य लड़कियों के बारे में पता चला है क्या?
डेटा निकला है, अभी तो डेटा उनके मोबाइल से रिट्रीव किया है, तो चैट्स करीबन मेरे को जहाँ तक अभी कोर्ट में बोला गया करीबन 300 पेजेस के चैट है, तो इट विल टेक टाइम टू रीड एंड फाइंड आउट व्हाट इज देयर।
All right, so this is the biggest twist in the Tunisha death case, where remember the police is now trying to piece together all the evidence, but most importantly, what was Shizan's role, as is being claimed by Tunisha's family. Tunisha's mother to record her statement, Shizan's mother to record her statement, and it is Tunisha's family claiming that Shizan's family was very well in the know-how of what the relationship was, and the very fact that they continue to encourage that relationship contrary to the claims that Shizan is now making and wearing statements that the police is now looking into. We'll keep a very close eye on the story, but we are now shifting our focus to the other big story that Republic is tracking this afternoon, where it is the Kochars, Chanda Kochar and Deepak Kochar and Venugopal Dhoot, who are in further custody of the CBI, where today they are being questioned by the officials together with all the documents that the CBI is now in possession of, and they have been granted custody till tomorrow, till Thursday, where all 3 of them will be questioned. Remember, be it Chanda Kochar or Deepak Kochar, who have been denying the claims, I beg your pardon, the charges that have been pressed against them. And now it is the CBI officials who are questioning all 3 of them together in the over 3,000 crore loan fraud case. The charge against Chanda Kochar, when she was heading the ICICI Bank, of the loan that was granted to the Videocon group, in lieu of which benefits were given to Deepak Kochar's company. 64 crores were invested in that firm, and that was what Chanda Kochar and Deepak Kochar had benefited from, where she had misused her official position. So let's understand the 3 key players. The key players were Chanda Kochar was heading the ICICI Bank. She was the CEO. She was heading that panel that had granted the loan to Videocon Group. They had dispersed the loan, which later turned into an NPA, turned into a non-performing asset, and obviously causing losses. And it was in 2019 when the CBI had filed the charge sheet. It was Chanda Kochar who was forced to step down as the CEO of ICICI. She had to exit because of the charges that were pressed against her, that she had misused her official position, and she had benefited indirectly through her husband and other family members of how Venugopal Dhoot and the Videocon group had later invested in New Power Renewables, that is the company of Deepak Kochar, and Chanda Kochar had done this only so that her family could benefit. Now this is what is the charge that is against the Kochars, and obviously Venugopal Dhoot is being questioned, who is the co-founder of the Videocon group, on what had happened at that time and whether this trail actually exists, a white-collar crime, which is the biggest in India Inc. today when it is being investigated. Venugopal Dhoot had invested 64 crore rupees in New Power Renewables, which is a firm of Deepak Kochar. So you see how this entire nexus had worked and is being alleged by the CBI, where they are looking into details. Until tomorrow is when they have been granted custody. And they will be questioned by the CBI together all three of them will be confronted in front of each other by the CBI until tomorrow. So we are yet to know what exactly happens, because when we are talking about the remand copy that had been accessed by the CBI, I beg your pardon, that had been filed by the CBI, Republic also found out that they are primarily trying to unearth the criminal conspiracy charge. The conspiracy with unknown officials, with public servants, and what exactly were Venugopal Dhoot and the coachers doing in all of this. Abhishek Kapoor, Senior Executive Editor, with us from the Delhi newsroom. Abhishek, important to understand this nexus, what the CBI is alleging, what they are looking into, and why is today so crucial, because they have custody until tomorrow.
Well, the nexus seems to be crucial because it runs deep, Suesha, and we have to understand why. You know, look at the chronology of events. Venugopal Dhoot sets up a company, and in partnership with Deepak Kochar, he happens to be the husband of Chanda Kochar. Subsequently, the banks start looking at loans, loan applications of the Videocon group, which is of course owned by Venugopal Dhoot. And then you have a string of loans being given to the tune of about 1,800 crore rupees in 6 tranches. And when those 6 tranches are decided, in 2 of the committees, Chanda Kochar herself is present. Subsequently, you see that the ownership of New Power, for example, which was originally set up by Venugopal Dhoot, is completely transferred to Deepak Kochar. Then you see the day the loan is sanctioned in September of 2009, next very day, about 64 crore rupees from the 284 crore rupees that were sanctioned and deposited in the account of Videocon Group or the company in which the loan was sought, 64 crore rupees are transferred into the account of New Power. Essentially, the agencies believe this was in the nature of kickback. Then you see the original company for which 280 crore rupees are given. That ownership also is relinquished by Venugopal Dhoot, and Deepak Kochar made a director. Then you see that there is a property which when it was bought sometime in 1990s, that time itself cost about 5 crore rupees, is transferred for a paltry 11 lakh rupees to one of the trusts run by Kochars, essentially transferring the ownership for a pittance. So even this is seen as a kickback transaction. Now, if you look at all these things taken together, and 64 crore rupees is only a small part of it, it's likely because all these loans were used to retire debt of a company. And ICICI Bank at that level, which Chanda Kochar as head, would have known that this is not a productive utilization of funds. So whether there were kickbacks to other people involved, that's why they need to be confronted,
the points
and that's why the
mentioned in the remand copy that have been accessed by Republic, Abhishek, that is extremely important, because they're also mulling the role of some officials, public servants who are very much a part of how this entire scam was carried out, how that loan later turned into an NP and it was exposed, and now, of course, details that the CBI has where all 3 of them are being confronted.
Yeah, naturally. So I was coming to that, Suesha. So what happens is that if you are looking at this scale of transactions, it just can't be between just 3 individuals. There might be others because, you know, everyone understands that if you are giving 1,800 crore rupees for retiring debt, nobody is fooled. So whether there were others also complicit in the crime, whether part of the proceeds of the crime went to others or in the form of a hush money, or maybe they were part of the original conspiracy, and that's the reason why the agency believes that that Venugopal Dhoot needs to be confronted with Kochars based on whatever information, data gathering, documents they have, and then maybe truth will come out as to whether there were others involved, whether they were public figures, whether they were private individuals. All that, of course, is in the domain of investigation. That's why the agency has said today in the court that it's at a very crucial stage, and we just can't afford to let them go without having confronted them in front of each other, which they couldn't do earlier because they were individually questioning them, and then there was not enough time because of all the procedures that the court had asked the agency to follow when it came to these accused. For example, in terms of letting them meet their lawyers, letting them meet their family members. And that's the reason why for another 24 hours, the Kochars and Venugopal Dhoot are in custody of CBI as instructed by the court in Mumbai. And of course, as the agency told in the court, said in the court, they would be confronted with each other for whatever information the
Very
agency
true,
has.
Abhishek. And these 24 hours are very, very crucial for the CBI because, like you stated, one of the biggest white-collar crimes that is now being investigated by the CBI, and it is until tomorrow when they have custody. Most importantly, today, where all three of them will be confronted with several evidences that the CBI is in possession of. So, we are waiting to watch what happens in court tomorrow and what primarily the CBI retrieves today in this case. Whether they make any headway further is something Republic is keeping a very close eye on. On that note, we have to slip into a very short commercial break. On the other side, we also get you details of the big stories we are tracking for you this afternoon. And yes, protests have escalated on the Maharashtra-Karnataka border over the disputed areas. Also, Congress's motormouth Manishankar Iyer has targeted RSS, saying Sangh Parivar divided India into tukde-tukde.
Your favorite service provider, Den, which gets you the best of entertainment, is back with something very special.
अभी मजा आएगा ना भिड़ो.
Your three favorite movie channels are bringing in super blockbuster films with features like wider picture and crystal clear sound straight to your home.
Wow. Oh, I love that expression.
To subscribe to your favorite channels, contact your local cable TV operator today or call Den toll-free number 1-800-419-2020 now.
India welcomes those who further India's pride across the globe. Indian diaspora, partners of New India's growth journey in Amrit Kaal. Come and be a part of the 17th Pravasi Bharti Divas from 8th to 10th January 2023 at Indore, Madhya Pradesh, India. For registration, log on to pbdindia.gov.in.
For how long will you continue being tensed about the future? Pension can free you from future's tension. With LIC's new Pension Plus, make your own pension plan because this plan creates market-linked wealth for your future. Moreover, this plan comes with guaranteed additions and also offers various options for receiving pension so that you grow young and tension-free. LIC, हर पल आपके साथ.
Three terrorists have been neutralized by the security forces in the ongoing Sidra encounter. Now the searches are on. The truck in which these terrorists was hiding has been put on fire as these terrorists were taking the continuous cover under the garb of this truck. The security has been beefed up. Important operation keeping in view the dense fog cover that has engulfed the entire area. But the searches are on in the area and the security forces are trying to ensure there is no booby trap thing with these terrorists. Every step is being taken sensibly by the security forces. देखिए जो पुलिस बता रही है अगर उसकी माने तो पुलिस की तरफ से जो है एक वाहन की गतिविधि देखी गई। ट्रक्स की मूवमेंट जो है दोपहर बाद होती है लेकिन सुबह जो है 4 बजे के करीब यहाँ से एक ट्रक यहाँ से निकल रहा था जिसके बाद पुलिस को शक हुआ, उस ट्रक को रोका गया जिसके बाद आतंकी जो हैं वो यहाँ से भागने में सफल हुए। आप देखिए यहाँ पर सरजीवन अगर आपको दिखा पाएँ तो गोलियाँ जो हैं ये आप कुछ जो शेल्स हैं वो यहाँ पर दिख जाएंगे कि किस तरह से ये शेल्स का एक पूरा इलाके में शेल्स पड़े हुए हैं। लगातार जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस, भारतीय सेना की एक पैरा और उसके साथ साथ सीआरपीएफ का जो ऑपरेशन था ये इसका हिस्सा थी। भारतीय सेना की एक पैरा की तरफ से इस ऑपरेशन को अंजाम दिया गया है जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस की तरफ से, साथ में इसका और इस पूरे ऑपरेशन में स्पेशल फोर्सेस का काफ़ी इस्तेमाल जो है वो किया गया। 1 पैरा जो कि भारतीय सेना की है वो इस ऑपरेशन का हिस्सा थी। अब सुरक्षा बल ये कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि जल्द से जल्द उस ग्राउंड ज़ीरो पे वहाँ से सर्चिस की जाए और कोशिश ये है कि जल्द से जल्द आतंकियों के शव बरामद किए जाएं।
Sarah, this is your space.
Play it your way.
With the versatile range of sanitary ware, faucets and tiles by Sarah.
Guys, just 1 second. Choosing a car for my mom.
What? Online car shopping? Wow, that's so cool, yeah.
शाहरुख ने बताया.
Wait up. Booking a car service.
From here.
क्यों? तुझे शाहरुख ने नहीं बताया?
इसने पूछा ही नहीं. There's so much more जो शाहरुख ने नहीं बताया. It's all on the industry first My Hyundai app. Open a world of possibility with My Hyundai app. One app, many worlds.
पेंशन है तो टेंशन नहीं। एनपीएस में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है।
कुर्सी साहब, नई कंट्रोवर्सी है भगवान राम से कंपेयर करने के लिए। कुर्सी साहब, जवाब तो देखिए, ये जनता जवाब मांगती है। कुर्सी साहब,
मैं आपसे जवाब मांगता हूँ सर। साइलेंस, थैंक यू। मैंने कुछ नहीं बोला।
सिर्फ आपसे
नहीं पूछ।
आप क्या कहना चाहते हैं?
कुछ
क्या
नहीं।
आप भगवान राम से कंपेयर
मैं
करते हैं?
कुछ नहीं कहना चाहता हूँ। मैं कुछ नहीं कहना चाहता हूँ। आप जो चाहें, आप जो चाहें।
तो आपने कहा कि आप जस्टिफाई
नहीं, मैं किसी को जस्टिफाई नहीं कर रहा हूँ। मैंने कुछ कहा तो आप जस्टिफाई करिए।
Viewers, we have breaking news coming in from Ahmedabad in Gujarat with respect to the health of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's mother, Hiraben Modi, who was taken to hospital earlier today. The Prime Minister is now visiting her in Ahmedabad at the hospital at which she is admitted. We have Priyanka with us. Priyanka, the Prime Minister is in Ahmedabad. What is the latest health bulletin on Hiraben Modi, the Prime Minister's mother?
We have seen the visuals of the UN Mehta Hospital, where in fact we have just seen the Prime Minister go in, and he has gone to visit his mother Hiraba, where we have also seen the Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel along with the rest of the cabinet of the government of Gujarat, with the various other leaders of the BJP, in fact including Parimal Nathwani and various others, in fact have been present with Hiraba since the time the news broke that she had to be admitted in the hospital. And speaking about her condition, we are now learning, of course, that when she had been admitted with convulsions, is what we've been given to understand from our sources from inside of the hospital, the doctors who are treating her. And of course, right now what we're being told is that her condition is absolutely stable, and that is something that has been repeated by the doctors inside since the time that she had been admitted. Post half an hour of the time that she had in fact been admitted, we are being told that her condition had been stable. She had been having minor issues of blood pressure and breathing difficulty is something something that we had seen being told to us by our sources from inside of the hospital.
Right.
But as of now, her condition has been stable for quite some
Priyanka.
time. But even then, we see the various leaders of the BJP along with the Prime Minister as well, who has now reached to meet with his mother Hiraba,
Priyanka,
and of course he will be spending
us.
some time with her.
Stay with
He
us,
will be spending
Priyanka.
some
We have
time with the family
Abhishek Kapoor, our senior executive editor, also joining us. Abhishek, we saw a short while back a small 3-line medical bulletin released by the hospital as well. If you can tell us what it had said also and any other updates.
Well, so the update is, Ankit, that the Prime Minister is at the UN Mehta hospital in Ahmedabad, and he's engaging with the doctors and trying to understand what happened to his mother. She has been admitted to the hospital since morning. At around 9:30 a.m. is the time when she was brought in to the hospital, and now we have seen pictures of Prime Minister getting inside the hospital. But as of now, we are told that he's speaking to the doctors, the team of doctors that's treating with experts on heart, kidney, liver, among others, present there and briefing the PM on the protocol and the condition of his mother, Hiraba, who's under their treatment. And remember, she started her 100th year just about a few months back. And we have seen Prime Minister, whenever he travels to Gujarat, tries to find time and meet her. And recently we saw how he met her during the campaign once. And now, of course, in a very different circumstance, Prime Minister had to cut short his engagements of the day in Delhi and travel to Ahmedabad because she was taken to a hospital following complaints of breathing difficulty. That's how it began. And a lot of blood tests have been carried out, is what we have been told. The Prime Minister has been briefed by the medical team. Remember, there was a medical bulletin just around 2:45 p.m. in which the hospital had said that her condition remains very stable and on the side of improving. So it seems it's going well for the Prime Minister's mother. And in the pictures, of course, we are having the carcade of the Prime Minister making its way to the UN Mehta Heart and Kidney Hospital in Ahmedabad. The moment Prime Minister landed, in fact, without much ado, he straight headed for the hospital. And since morning, of course, we have seen the entire Gujarat administration on its toes, with the Chief Minister himself having rushed to the hospital earlier. I saw in the pictures, one of the pictures, the principal chief advisor to Chief Minister K. Kailasnathan, who used to be in the same role for the Prime Minister when he was Chief Minister of this state, and of course the rest of the ministers related with the health administration and law and order, among others. In fact, Gujarat police had issued no drone flying orders also in that area, expecting the Prime Minister would be coming, which of course it has happened. But as of now, of course, the entire focus, we are getting different pictures of Prime Minister getting inside the hospital and going to the ward where Hiraba is being treated and is in the watch observation of a team of doctors. So it's a top level hospital. It's part of the campus of the civil hospital in Ahmedabad, and Prime Minister there getting inside and then talking to the doctors and taking an update on his mother's health.
Right, Abhishek Kapoor there sharing details of the Prime Minister paying a visit to his mother who was earlier today in the morning taken to hospital. According to the bulletin, like he's telling us, at the UN Mehta hospital, her condition is stable, she's doing all right. From what Priyanka told us, it was difficulty in breathing and blood pressure issues that necessitated her being taken there. Abhishek, do stay with us. We are to assume, you told us that this is a top hospital, that every manner of medical care and attention will be given to the Prime Minister's mother, Hiraba Modi. What more can you tell us? What are the specialities, so to say, of this hospital? We've of course seen that when the elections were going on, when he was campaigning there, he had met her. She seemed in good spirits at that time as well. what more can you tell us, even as we continue to get more visuals, another angle of the Prime Minister at the hospital?
Yes, Ankit, remember, these are the 4 pictures of the Prime Minister getting out of his car, and he left his car key behind and just fallen down, surrounded by the SPG from one car and gone inside. See, as I was mentioning, and everyone, of course, knows the Prime Minister's mother is 99 plus. She started her 100th year sometime early this year. And at that age, the body is frail and fragile. And while she was absolutely fit, just when Prime Minister met her during the campaign, something has happened with because of which she had some breathing difficulties. As of now, I am told and the Prime Minister has been briefed about it by the treating team of doctors, that all the vitals seem to be under control. And in fact, the hospital update, which came earlier at around 1:45 p.m., said that she was stable. In fact, there was a Gujarati update immediately following the English one, and it said that her condition was in fact improving. Now we are told that another update would be coming in from hospital, and of course, Prime Minister's extended family by way of his brothers, for example, Pankaj Modi, with whom the mother of Prime Minister stays. He's the youngest brother, and then Somabhai Modi, and he's the eldest one, and he's also present. Remember, Prime Minister had met his brother also on the day of voting on December 5 in Ahmedabad, and so they are there. And Prime Minister is, of course, taking exchanging notes with the doctors. It's a team of 6 doctors that's treating Prime Minister's mother, and they're experts on heart, kidney, liver, and it's a specialty, multi-specialty, government-run hospital. It's a public hospital, and that's where the whole thing is happening. Prime Minister has been inside for about 30 minutes now, Ankit, and for all this period, apart from having a look at his mother, he has been speaking to the doctors and the family, of course, even as all sorts of prayers and reports of wishes for quick recovery of Hiraba keep coming in from everywhere, including from political opposition, for example, Ankit. But what is important is that in the pictures, for example, we see Chief Minister of Gujarat there receiving the Prime Minister. Though now I am told, of course, that the Chief Minister, having met the Prime Minister and been around for some time, has left the UN Mehta Hospital campus. But the rest of the top officialdom remains, and the family of the Prime Minister is there. He's engaging with the doctors. Doctors have, shared with the Prime Minister the medical reports that have come in, and sources tell us that all vitals remain very stable, and that she might be improving and getting on the better side since she came to the hospital at around 9:30 a.m. in the morning.
Right. Most definitely, Abhishek. Thank you for sharing all those details with us, and for Priyanka as well for the live coverage. So the Prime Minister is in Ahmedabad at the UN Mehta Hospital campus. He is paying a visit to his mother, who was taken there earlier today at 9:30 a.m. As per the latest bulletin, she's doing all right. We are expecting another bulletin in due course, and we hope everything will be all right with her. We are tracking a number of other stories today, viewers. We'll tell you all about them. There have been fresh protests in the disputed areas over which Karnataka and Maharashtra are at loggerheads. We'll tell you all about it as the border row escalates. And in Assam, the Comptroller and Auditor General flags large-scale anomalies in the NRC report that was tabled in 2019. Over 19 lakh applicants were excluded. There was a cost overrun. More about it after a short break. Stay with us.
your favorite service provider. 10, which gets you the best of entertainment, is back with something very special.
अभी मजा आएगा ना भिड़ो.
Your 3 favorite movie channels are bringing in super blockbuster films with features like wider picture and crystal clear sound straight to your home.
Wow. Oh, I love that expression.
To subscribe to your favorite channels, contact your local cable TV operator today or call 10 toll-free number 1-800-419-2020 now.
सामने फ्यूल पंप है, वहां से ले लें।
जी सर फ्यूल तो पिछले पंप में भी मिल जाता, इंडियन ऑयल में ऐसा क्या है?
कुछ है स्पेशल, खुद ही देख लेना।
स्पेशल?
अरे इंडियन ऑयल की तो बात ही कुछ और है।
जरा देखिए, फ्यूल तो बराबर डाल रहे हैं ना।
अरे यहाँ कंप्लीट ऑटोमेशन है, मतलब प्योर और पूरा दोनों ही। इन सेंट्रली मॉनिटर्ड मशीन्स की एक रीडिंग का हिसाब है यहाँ पर। क्या हुआ?
सर बिल।
बिल हो गया।
वाह सर।
क्या था ना, इंडियन ऑयल की बात ही कुछ और है। इंडियन ऑयल, पहले इंडियन फिर ऑयल।
Welcome back, viewers. There is now a big political fight over a statement made by the Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan over how the correct version of Indian history will be taught according to the new education policy starting Vasant Panchami on January the 26th this year. It was a statement that the Education Minister made in Bihar while speaking at an institute's event, and according to Dharmendra Pradhan, students will be taught the corrected version of Indian history under the National Education Policy. The NEP will provide us with many opportunities, he says. The mother tongue, for instance, has been given priority in the NEP. Imparting education without giving priority to the mother tongue is meaningless. So there is also an aspect of the language row in this, but most importantly, it's about how there is a school of thought that believes that the right version of Indian history has not been taught. A tainted colonialization-centric version has been taught. Let's listen in to the Education Minister.
बसंत पंचमी तक आयु 3, 4, 5 के लिए पहली बार बाल वाटिका की योजना सरकार ने सरकारी स्कूलों के लिए योजना लाई। उसमें बहुत इतिहास से बताने की आवश्यकता नहीं था। मैं चुनौती जब कहता हूं उसके आगे, लेकिन इतिहास की आवश्यकता है। लड़का जब 8 साल की हो जाए तो उठा जाता है, 8 साल तक बच्चे की 85%, 85% परिपक्वता आ जाती है, मन बन जाता है। उसके बाद उसको विश्लेषण की क्षमता आ जाती है। विश्लेषण की क्षमता आते हैं तो मैथमेटिक्स साइंस को पढ़ेगा ही, लेकिन उसको इस बार तथ्य पढ़ानी है, सत्य पढ़ानी है, सटीक इतिहास पढ़ानी है, चुनौती बढ़ जाती है। विवाद होगा, किसको छोड़ दिया, किसको रख दिया, ये विवाद होगा। लेकिन अगर हमारे अनुसंधान ठीक होगा, हमारी प्रमाण ठीक होगा, हमारी तर्क ठीक होगा, जो दायित्व आप सभी के ऊपर है, कक्षा 3 से लेकर 12वीं तक और उच्च शिक्षा में भी अनुसंधान तक, ये सारे में एक बार प्रोस्पेक्टिव को ठीक करने का राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति अवसर देती है।
So clearly you heard that the education minister setting the cat amidst the pigeons in as so far as India's history and teaching it is concerned, and also the language in which it is taught. And it has drawn a reaction from former Rajya Sabha MP TKS Ilangovan, who says that the centre wants to normalize India into one single country that speaks one single language. Let's listen in.
Will they correctly say that India was never a single country until 1947? There were Guptas, Marathas, Magadhas and other nations in India. In the south there were Cheras, Cholas and Pandyas. Will they all say that? Or will they claim that it is a single country?
Sir, yesterday, very coincidentally, our Chief Minister also spoke about Indian history being coerced. There's been, there are a lot of things are trying to be changed in our history. Yes. Do you think that there is some relation between these statements like he is?
Yeah, they want to prove, they want to establish that this is a single country with a single language and everything. Okay. It is not India. India was never a single country. Until after 1947, India was united by the then Home Minister. Okay. So what they are going to, let them bring out the corrected version and see how correct it is.
So the corrected version means, you think that it means that
they want to try and correct certain things, okay, which will suit them. It is interpolating the history. They are not. There is everybody knows. There are scholars, there are researchers who had known what is India's history. But why the corrected version now by the government? They want to change the facts and bring in some duplicate things within the history.
If at all this is being started, implemented in a lot of places, how will the DMK react to it?
They will stop. There must be some logical. There must be some research oriented in that history. Okay. Without research, we cannot accept everything.
The colonial forces, Nehruvian and Marxists have suppressed the real history of India. And only selective history has been taught to the students generation to generation. Now, this is the time to correct the history, and new education policy aptly trying to bring out the real facts of the history. History does not belong to any individual or any family or any group or any ideology. A nation's history must be written in a holistic manner, so that every hero, every incident must be portrayed to increase the sense of nationalism among the students. I think that larger number of the heroes of the freedom struggle have not got the rightful place in the history, like Triloknath Chakravarti, who has spent 30 years in prison, but you will find him in a footnote. There are a large number of examples. U. Tirot Singh from Meghalaya does not find place in the history book. Therefore, I think Mr. Pradhan is very right that history would be corrected under the new education policy.
So there has been a lot of opposition also against such steps, like I mean to say that there has been a lot of opposition as far as history being corrected is concerned from various opposition parties. How do you see this opposition?
No, history has been revolving around Nehru-Gandhi ideology and the personalities. It must be expanded. They have contributed in the freedom struggle, but there are other people who have contributed. I am giving an example. That one in Bihar, Begusrai, Meghol village, is Sahid Kumar. When his father was martyred, before his death, he said, Mr. Sahid Kumar is coming. His son was that time not born. So in Wardha, there is a person, Govind Malpe. He got martyred, and his son is Arvind Malpe is here. You know, the people have contributed by their sacrifice, by their sense of patriotism. Therefore, everyone should get his due, and such due has not been given by the Marxist and Nehruvian historians. We are trying to bring out the hidden facts, suppressed facts before the students of history, so that Indian history must be in a larger horizon and giving a holistic picture.
3 terrorists have been neutralized by the security forces in the ongoing Sidra encounter. Top sources of the Jammu and Kashmir police have confirmed to Republic that 3 terrorists have been neutralized, and now the searches are on. The truck in which these terrorists was hiding has been put on fire as these terrorists were taking the continuous cover under the garb of this truck. Right now the security has been beefed up. The entire area is under cordon. This was one of the tactically important operation, keeping in view the dense fog cover that has engulfed the entire area. And these group of terrorists, we are getting to know, was traveling from Jammu to the Kashmir Valley. However, the searches are on to locate the bodies of these terrorists who have been neutralized by the security forces, but the searches are on in the area and the security forces are trying to ensure that there is no booby trap thing with these terrorists, because what the terrorists possibly, it seems that they are of a Jaish-e-Mohammed group. So what they actually do is that they keep a booby trap so that the security forces, when they come to pick up their bodies, there can be a major blast and it can be a collateral damage to the security forces. But now every step is being taken sensibly and with due precaution by the security forces to avoid any kind of collateral damage, because the main motto of these terrorists was to cause maximum damage to the security forces. What we are getting to know, that this is a newly infiltrated group that was trying to sneak into the Kashmir Valley from Jammu, and also they were planning a major terror strike ahead of the new year. This is a second encounter in the Jammu city where the terrorists have come from Pakistan or Afghanistan to carry out major terror strike, but the strike has been thwarted by the security forces and now the searches are on in the entire area. This is the entire stretch where this encounter is happening, a few meters from here.
Let's take a look at some of the top stories now. Maharashtra Legislative Assembly has passed the Maharashtra Lokayukta Bill. Cabinet Minister Deepak Kesarkar introduced the bill, which includes a provision to bring the Chief Minister and the Cabinet under the purview of the Anti-Corruption Ombudsman. Congress leader Mani Shankar Iyer has now targeted the RSS, saying that it is the Sangh Parivar that is responsible for quote-unquote breaking the country, whereas the Congress party is trying to fix the country. DYFI members and students staged a massive protest against the Tamil Nadu governor R.N. Ravi in Chennai for not banning online gambling in the state. Pro-Kannada group staged a protest over the resolution by the Maharashtra government in Bengaluru. Protesters were seen raising slogans and burning effigies amid the border dispute between the two states. In pursuance of neutralizing interstate drug syndicates, the NCB has succeeded in an effective crackdown on the charas syndicate operating in Mumbai. 4 kilograms of high-quality charas has been seized and 2 people have been arrested in the matter so far. Farmers staged a protest against Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai and his government in Mandya in the state. The farmers have stated that the government is maintaining an anti-farmer stand and is not waiving off loans of farmers, which was promised by the state government purportedly. A loaded RPG, that is a rocket-propelled grenade, lying at an isolated area in Tarn Taran in Punjab has been found. The Punjab police has now recovered the loaded RPG and has arrested 3 people in the case as well. And from China, fresh visuals have emerged of bodies piling up. This comes after the Chinese Central COVID panel said that 4 various, I beg your pardon, 4 virus variants are causing COVID cases to rise in China.
First of all, there should not be any panic. The country is taking proactive and preemptive steps so that we are prepared for any eventuality and we don't scramble at the last moment. So whether we are talking about mock drill, preparing the clinical management conditions across the country, looking for oxygen, looking for availability of antiviral drugs, the other drugs. And then the second point which has been done is that
genomic surveillance has been further strengthened, and you can see the results immediately that we are now able to pick up COVID positive individuals at the airports. The third thing is that we must go in for our precaution dose, because at the moment coverage is very low. It's about 27-28% of the eligible people. That means between 18 years and above, people should take a third dose of the vaccine, and this is called precaution dose. And there should be only one precaution dose. So if those who have already taken, there is no need. But those who have not taken, they must go in for precaution dose. And finally, we must adhere to corona appropriate behavior. That means wearing mask. We should keep away from crowded places. And the third is this hand sanitation. And here I would like also to emphasize that this corona appropriate behavior is not only for corona. It helps for reducing infections and associated problems with all respiratory infections.
So what is causing that kind of havoc we see in reports in China? Because there, where we know that the health infrastructure is...
And a lot more coming up, viewers. Shizan's custody has been extended till December 30th in the Tunisha Sharma death case. Meanwhile, Tunisha's uncle has made a big claim. He said that Tunisha read Shizan's chats and those led to their breakup.
Tonight, a murder will be committed. If anyone can name the killer, that person wins our game.
This is truly delightful.
Holy
There has been a murder. For one person, this is not a game. The killer wouldn't hesitate to kill again.
You must be really great at clues.
I'm very bad at dumb things.
Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. समय कभी किसी का इंतजार नहीं करता। देर न कीजिए, यह आपके द्वारा दिया हुआ टैक्स ही है जो आज देश को सुरक्षित और समृद्ध बना रहा है। शिक्षा, स्वास्थ्य और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की सुविधाओं को देश के कोने-कोने तक पहुंचा रहा है। करदाता कृपया ध्यान दें, यदि आपने अब तक निर्धारण वर्ष 2022-23 की अपनी टैक्स रिटर्न फाइल नहीं की है, तो लेट फीस के साथ 31 दिसंबर 2022 तक आप अपनी टैक्स रिटर्न फाइल कर सकते हैं। और यदि आपने निर्धारण वर्ष 2022-23 की अपनी टैक्स रिटर्न ड्यू डेट से पहले फाइल की थी, तो आप अपनी रिवाइज्ड रिटर्न बिना लेट फीस के 31 दिसंबर 2022 तक फाइल कर सकते हैं। याद रखें, निर्धारण वर्ष 2022-23 की टैक्स रिटर्न भरने की अंतिम तिथि है 31 दिसंबर 2022। प्रत्येक आयकरदाता एक राष्ट्र निर्माता।
सोच रहा हूँ कमेंट्री ट्राई करूँ। मैच का आखिरी बॉल, तेज तूफानी डिलीवरी, एक धमाकेदार शॉट और ये गया छक्का।
छक्का नहीं, टूटा। आपके टाइल्स को चाहिए MY के लेटिक्रीट टाइल एडेसिव। फॉर्मूला ऐसा कि अब टाइल न टूटेगा न छूटेगा।
Viewers, you're watching India's #1 news channel, Republic TV. I'm Shivangi Shukla. We're getting you all the top updates right now. But before we tell you what's happening, the latest in the world of news, let's tell you what the headlines are. Shizan's custody extended to December 30th. Meanwhile, Tunisha's uncle makes big claims, says Tunisha has read chats that led to breakup. Court extends CBI custody of former coaches and Videocon co-founder Dhoot till Thursday. Education Minister announces corrected version of Indian history to be taught from January 26th. Fresh protests in disputed areas as Maharashtra-Karnataka border issue escalates. In Assam, CAG flags large-scale anomalies in the NRC report. Over 19 lakh applicants excluded. Congress's motor mouth Mani Shankar Iyer targets RSS, says Sangh Parivar dividing India into tukre-tukre. Viewers, let's get into the top update right now. The Prime Minister is in Ahmedabad as his mother, Hiraben, is hospitalized, and the Prime Minister visited the hospital to visit his ailing mother, viewers. So that's the story we're tracking right now, where there were some health issues that the Prime Minister's mother is going through. As per the hospital, though, the health condition is stable. So right now, the Prime Minister is in Ahmedabad, and he's met his mother, Hiraben Modi, after she was admitted to the hospital in Ahmedabad following health issues. The Prime Minister arrived at the UN Mehta Institute of Cardiology and Research Center, where she has been hospitalized. The hospital, in a statement, has said that Hiraben Modi, mother of the Prime Minister, is admitted to the UN Mehta Institute of Cardiology and Research Center in Ahmedabad, and her health condition is stable. And the Prime Minister, remember, had visited his mother ahead of the Gujarat Assembly elections, who has recently turned 100 in June this year. All right, let's go straight across to Abhishek Kapoor, our senior executive editor. Abhishek, we know that the Prime Minister met his mother in Ahmedabad hospital, and also the hospital has released a statement.
Yes, the statement came at around 1:45 p.m. Shivangi, and the statement in English said that she continues to be very stable, while the statement in Gujarati said that she is in fact improving. So taken together, things seem to be on the positive side. She was admitted to the hospital at around 9:30 a.m. following complaints of congestion in the chest and some breathlessness issue. And remember, at her age, it's fragile and the body is frail. So obviously, doctors have to do a delicate act. We are told that a team of 6 doctors is attending to her, and her reports were taken, blood reports were taken, and they seem to be suggesting that all parameters are stable. And the doctors have personally briefed the Prime Minister, who is present there, along with the extended family, which includes his youngest brother Pankaj Modi, that's where Hirabai stays in Gandhinagar, and Somabai Modi, the elder brother, of course, with whom Prime Minister had met. Remember, viewers would recall on December 5, after voting in Rani Peri of Ahmedabad, because he stays very close there. What is important is that this is a public hospital, and the entire top brass of the Gujarat administration can be seen. The Chief Minister was there for some time. He, of course, I am told, left after Prime Minister arrived, and as of now, it's just Prime Minister, his family, the extended family, and the doctors who have briefed him. It's been about 50 minutes actually that the Prime Minister has been inside, and we are awaiting an updated health bulletin. Once the Prime Minister leaves, I believe that's when the hospital will come out with a statement. These doctors who are attending to her include experts on cardiology, on internal medicine, and liver, for example. And as I said, I spoke to a couple of my contacts there in Ahmedabad, and they said that all blood reports and other tests taken together suggest that she is very stable, and all critical parameters, all vitals in control. Shivangi.
Right, and Abhishek, also, time and again we have seen the kind of special bond that the Prime Minister has shared with his mother. Time and again we have seen that he has taken blessings of his mother even before important elections. So that really speaks about the kind of blessings that the Prime Minister has taken from his mom. Not just that, she has played a very important role in his life, and that is what the Prime Minister has always been open about. He even had written a blog called Mother recently.
Well, yes. So obviously, like happens with between a son and a mother, that special bond remains. Since you mentioned, I would also recall, for example, how emotional Prime Minister had got when he was discussing his mother at that Facebook event in the United States, for example. But those are just a couple of occasions that you recall. Otherwise, of course, every individual's life, a mother is part of a living experience. You are born with her, and she looms large on your thought, on your actions through her upbringing. So, and that's been the case with the Prime Minister as well. He often, whenever he has had an opportunity, he has mentioned how hard work, the ethics of hard work that people see in him, essentially came from how his mother conducted herself in difficult days in childhood, living in poverty or relative poverty. So I think in that sense, must have been an emotional moment for the Prime Minister. He immediately cut short his engagements in Delhi and travelled to Ahmedabad to be by her side. But good thing, of course, is, and good news is that she's doing fine, she's stable, and the vitals suggest that she's in fact improving, as per also, of course, the health bulletin. Independently, as I said, I confirmed with at least two more sources in Ahmedabad who said, and who are part of some or the other action associated with the hospital there, and they said that she seems to be doing fine, and it's likely that she might even be discharged, but of course not immediately. She is under monitoring, under observation, and a team of 6 doctors, experts, including on internal medicine, on cardiology, on liver, treating her. And of course they have briefed the Prime Minister as well, who has been at the hospital for almost an hour now, along with his family members. Shivangi.
Right. And Abhishek, do we know how long the Prime Minister will be staying there in Ahmedabad? Do we know that he will be staying there longer? Because we're still waiting for a fresh update on the health of his mother. So any plans of the Prime Minister staying back in Ahmedabad tonight?
It's likely. Essentially it depends on how confident the doctors are about her discharge tomorrow. But we are told that Prime Minister might choose to spend tonight, at least this evening and the night in Ahmedabad, so that he can be physically present there, overseeing the treatment that is being given to Hiraba, his mother.
Right. And also, Abhishek, recently we saw that that the Prime Minister's brother and other family members were injured in a car accident as well in Karnataka. So right now, of course, the Prime Minister is taking this very, very quick step to be there for his mother right now. And are there any other reactions coming in on the story from across the political spectrum?
Oh, yes. So the accident that happened yesterday, Shivangi, is was of course an unconnected event. But then, so far as reactions go, obviously everyone is concerned. All the well-wishers of the Prime Minister, they have expressed their good wishes for early improvement of Hiraba's health in whichever manner they can communicate, either directly or indirectly, or in the case of political opposition, for example, we have seen a very active response coming in on social media, beginning with the Gandhis to many other Congress leaders, and of course, insofar as Gujarat is concerned, BJP has been in power for the longest period of time. They won 6th time just this month. So obviously the administration is there. We saw how the Chief Minister rushed to the hospital. Apart from that, other top officials also overseeing the arrangements, making sure that all the minutest details are taken care of. So that's so far as attending to Prime Minister's mother is concerned. But still, he has not travelled there as a Prime Minister. He's there as a son to Hiraba, and spending all that time there. And we are told, as I mentioned earlier, that he might choose to spend time in Ahmedabad overnight and come back only after she gets discharged, which is possible that this might happen as soon as tomorrow morning after a day's observation that the doctors want her to be under observation, so that they're very clear that the vitals have stabilized and improved and that she can happily go back home.
Right, Abhishek, and I'm also being joined right now by Priyanka. Priyanka, a very good evening to you right now. Just take us through exactly what we know so far. Right now, we know the Prime Minister's mother is hospitalized and we're waiting for a fresh update on her health condition.
That's right, Shivangi, as Abhishek was also pointing out, the medical condition of Hiraba as well. Let's show our viewers the images of where we are standing right now of the UN Mehta Hospital, where in fact we are seeing the Prime Minister right now inside meeting with Hiraba, meeting with the doctors of Hiraba as well, and they will be speaking and they will be he will be understanding the medical condition of Hiraba as well. She had been admitted here since afternoon, and of course we have since then seen various VVIP movement here. The Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel in fact had been present inside just a few minutes ago, and along with him there were cabinet ministers that were also present inside, the BJP leaders that had come here to get to just meet with the Hiraba, to meet with the family as well of Narendra Modi, who had been present here with the Hiraba in the hospital where she has been admitted. And of course we are seeing the Prime Minister also inside as of now, and he will be leaving in perhaps in a while from now is what we've been given to understand, because her condition is being told repeatedly by the medical staff, by the doctors here, that her condition has been stable since the time that she had been admitted here as well, that there is nothing in fact to worry about as far as her condition is concerned. And there were some symptoms that had been seen of Hiraba when she had been admitted as well. There were also sources also telling us during the time that the news broke that she was being admitted in the UN Mehta Hospital that she had been experiencing a shortness of breath. There were some blood pressure issues as well that she had been facing, and of course the doctors had also told us that upon her arrival she had also been facing convulsions as well. So all of those things were being told to us from inside by the doctors, officially and unofficially, in the form of medical bulletins. And when we spoke to the doctors as well, they have been saying these conditions that she had been facing during the time that she had been admitted. But since then she has been reportedly been stable since the time since half an hour since that she had been admitted here. And since then we have been being told by the doctors again and again that her condition is in fact stable. And in fact, since the time that the medical bulletin had come out that her condition has been stable, we have been seeing that cabinet ministers and the Chief Minister himself had come here to meet with Hiraba as well.
All right, Priyanka. And I just want to go across to Abhishek Kapoor, a senior executive editor as well. And you know, Abhishek, you were talking about that bond that the Prime Minister shares with his mother. And in many occasions, we have seen that how he has always taken her blessings. You were talking about that as well. But at this point of time, of course, the big focus would be on her health at this point of time. Of course, Priyanka is there taking us through all the details. But Abhishek, right now, let's help us understand what can we expect next right now, the next 24 hours.
The next 24 hours obviously are about observation, Shivangi, with all the vitals showing signs of stability and improvement. There is no worry as such, and things should be, things are in control, and she should be able to be discharged possibly tomorrow is what we are getting to hear. But till that time, of course, Prime Minister is there as the son of Hiraba and not the Prime Minister of the country. He has been there for about an hour, or in fact a little more than an hour now, and we don't know exactly for how long he's going to be there. He's there with his two other brothers, one younger, Pankaj Modi, and the other elder, Soma Bhai. And in the pictures I could see the Gujarat Chief Minister. This was when the Prime Minister had arrived. Of course, since we have been told that Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel has left the hospital campus, but the team of doctors, of course, there who have briefed the Prime Minister, and close monitoring, of course, for the next 24 hours.
Absolutely. Just take our viewers through. I'm going to take our viewers through, Abhishek, what's happening right now. We are just seeing these visuals coming in of the Prime Minister's mother as well. And the Prime Minister there in Ahmedabad Remember that Hiraben Modi was admitted to a hospital in Ahmedabad following health issues. As per the hospital, her condition is stable. Let's go back to Abhishek Kapoor, Senior Executive Editor. Abhishek, do we have any clue right now, any kind of hint about what kind of condition, what was a health issue which brought her to the hospital?
Oh, yes. So she was brought to the hospital at around 9:30 a.m. in the morning following some chest complaint and breathlessness issue. And all the tests have been done, blood reports included, and everything suggests things are stable, the vitals are intact, and she's doing fine. And I have checked myself with a couple of sources in Ahmedabad, Shivangi, and they say that for that very fragile frame that Hiraba has and the age, at 99, it has its own, imperatives insofar as treatment protocols go. She's doing fine within that framework. And we are told that we should be expecting another round of health bulletin. We were told that the second bulletin would come in about 4 hours, and the first one was around 1:45, so which means in another roughly an hour, we should be expecting another medical bulletin coming in on the health of the Prime Minister's mother. And he, of course, is still inside, having been briefed by the doctors, the team of 6 doctors treating Hiraba at the UN Mehta Hospital in Ahmedabad, which is part of the civil hospital complex and publicly funded. And of course, I mean, everyone there to take care of any requirements, given the fact that this is not just Prime Minister, this is Narendra Modi, the son of the soil, and someone who is so emotionally connected with everyone in Gujarat.
Right, Abhishek, and this also reminds us of what happened a short while back. We were speaking about the health, her health. It's a little bit, she's ailing right now, but Prime Minister's mother has always been somebody that is very, very, somebody who has in fact encouraged many young people to vote. If you remember, in the second phase of elections, Hiraben Modi went out and she voted in the second phase of Gujarat elections, and we were talking about that at that time, how she took the first steps, and that would inspire so many youngsters in that phase in Gujarat to come out and vote. We had spoken about that time when we were covering that story. So she has always been active. She has not let her age get in the way of anything, Abhishek.
Yeah, absolutely, and absolutely fair. I mean, whenever you look at those pictures, whenever Prime Minister travels to Ahmedabad and finds time to meet her, for her age, she does fantastically well, and she is fit, and she walks on her own, and she has been going out voting. In fact, she voted in the last election this month itself, on December 5, and I'm told, in fact, she was absolutely fit and fine till yesterday. It's only in the morning that she complained of a bit of a chest pain and breathlessness, following which she had to be rushed to the hospital. Of course, everyone there in attendance, and she was there. The youngest brother of Prime Minister, Pankaj Modi, was there at home when this complaint happened, and it was decided that she has to be rushed to the UN Mehta Hospital, because though she stays in Gandhinagar, South Gandhinagar, and this hospital is in Ahmedabad, but the kind of connectivity there's there between the twin towns, not very difficult, or does not take much time to reach, and that's why I think it was decided that let her be at the best available facility, and she has been there now for about 6-7 hours, and Prime Minister, of course, has flown down from Delhi, cutting short his official engagements. Again, at the risk of repeating, he's there as not as Prime Minister, but as a son of Hiraba. So we don't know whether he intends to stay there till the time she's discharged, or as of now, just focusing on the treatment that's taking place. But all indication that she is fine, and she should be out of the hospital possibly by tomorrow. Shivangi.
Right, Abhishek. Abhishek Kapoor, our senior executive editor, is getting us all the details right now. And like Abhishek Kapoor was telling us, we are waiting for another health update on PM Modi's mother. We know that she's stable right now. The hospital has taken out a statement where it says she's stable. We're still waiting for one more health bulletin to come in to confirm what her status is right now. But viewers will continue tracking the story. Right now, her condition is stable and the Prime Minister is there with her in that hospital.
Three terrorists have been neutralized by the security forces in the ongoing Sidra encounter. Top sources of the Jammu and Kashmir police have confirmed to Republic that 3 terrorists have been neutralized, and now the searches are on. The truck in which these terrorists was hiding has been put on fire as these terrorists were taking the continuous cover under the garb of this truck. Right now the security has been beefed up. The entire area is under cordon. This was one of the tactically important operation, keeping in view the dense fog cover that has engulfed the entire area. And these group of terrorists, we are getting to know, was traveling from Jammu to the Kashmir Valley. However, the searches are on to locate the bodies of these terrorists who have been neutralized by the security forces. But the searches are on in the area, and the security forces are trying to ensure that there is no booby trap thing with these terrorists, because what the terrorists possibly, it seems that they are of a Jaish-e-Mohammed group. So what they actually do is that they keep a booby trap so that the security forces, when they come to pick up their bodies, there can be a major blast and it can be a collateral damage to the security forces. But now every step is being taken sensibly and with due precaution by the security forces to avoid any kind of collateral damage, because the main motto of these terrorists was to cause maximum damage to the security forces. What we are getting to know, that this is a newly infiltrated group that was trying to sneak into the Kashmir Valley from Jammu, and also they were planning a major terror strike ahead of the new year. This is a second encounter in the Jammu city where the terrorists have come from Pakistan or Afghanistan to carry out major terror strike, but the strike has been thwarted by the security forces, and now the searches are on in the entire area. This is the entire stretch where this encounter is happening, a few meters from here.
It's time for top updates right now. Maharashtra Legislative Assembly passed the Maharashtra Lokayukta bill today. A cabinet minister, Deepak Sarkar, has introduced the bill, which includes provision to bring the chief minister and the cabinet under the purview of the anti-corruption ombudsman. Congress leader Manishankar Ayyar now targets RSS, says that it is Sangh Parivar that is responsible for breaking the country, whereas the Congress party is trying to fix the country. DYFI members and students staged a massive protest against Tamil Nadu Governor R.N. Ravi in Chennai for not banning online gaming in the state. All right, viewers, coming in right now, the Prime Minister in Ahmedabad. It seems as if the Prime Minister has just left the hospital right now. Viewers, remember the Prime Minister had gone to meet his mother, Hiraben Modi, at the Ahmedabad hospital. Right now, his mother's condition is stable. That's what the hospital is saying. But the visuals coming in on your screen of the Prime Minister leaving after visiting his mother. The Prime Minister had arrived at the UN Mehta Institute of Cardiology and Research Center, where she was hospitalized, and Priyanka is joining us live as well. Priyanka, the Prime Minister has just left.
जी बिल्कुल, इस वक्त हम आपको तस्वीरें दिखा रहे हैं। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी यहां से निकल चुके हैं यूएन मेहता हॉस्पिटल में। उन्होंने काफ़ी टाइम बिताया अपनी मां के साथ में, हीराबा मोदी के साथ में टाइम बिताया, उनसे बातचीत की, उनसे मुलाकात की। उसी के साथ साथ जो सारे डॉक्टर्स हैं उनके साथ भी बातचीत की, मुलाकात की। उसी के बाद जो प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी हैं वो यहाँ यूएन मेहता हॉस्पिटल से निकले हैं, जो हमें बताता है कि जो हीराबा की कंडीशन है वो सुबह से हमें बताई जा रही थी कि स्टेबल है। अब खाली उनको ऑब्जर्वेशन के लिए 24 आवर्स के लिए जो हमें बताया जा रहा है कि एटलीस्ट 24 आवर्स के लिए उनको यहाँ पर ऑब्जर्वेशन के लिए रखा जाएगा, जिसकी वजह से जो जब से प्रधानमंत्री आए हैं, सारे जो लीडर्स हैं, सारे जो नेता हैं, मुख्यमंत्री हैं, भूपेंद्र पटेल हैं, ऋषिकेश पटेल हैं, सारे जो नेता हैं, कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर्स हैं, वो एक के बाद एक निकल रहे थे। और उसी के बाद अब हमें देखने को मिल रहा है कि प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी खुद यहाँ UN मेहता हॉस्पिटल से अब निकल चुके हैं, क्योंकि उनकी मां की कंडीशन अब बताया जा रहा है कि एकदम स्टेबल है, कोई भी ज़्यादा इशू अब उनको नहीं है। जो सारे सिम्टम्स जो बताए जा रहे थे वो खाली आधे घंटे के लिए जो उनको रजिस्टर हुए थे, जो शॉर्टनेस ऑफ ब्रेथ की बात कर रहे हैं, ब्लड प्रेशर की जो इश्यूज जो बात कर रहे हैं, कन्वल्जन्स की जो बात कर रहे हैं, तो ये सारे जो सिम्टम्स हैं वो हमें ज़रूर देखने को मिल रहे थे सुबह से, पर अब जो हमें बताया जा रहा है कि उनकी कंडीशन एकदम स्टेबल है। इनफैक्ट हम जाएंगे उस तरफ देखने के लिए कि कोई अगर जो डॉक्टर्स हैं वो अगर जो मेडिकल बुलेटिन या स्टेटमेंट दे रहे होंगे तो उनसे भी हम बातचीत करने की कोशिश ज़रूर करेंगे। यहाँ पर आपको दिखा दें UN मेहता हॉस्पिटल में इस वक्त